Hello, hello, and welcome back to the finals of the Lawless Trial, the unrestricted tournament that we've hosted last weekend. We did not get to the grand finals yet, and we have a amazing series in front of us, and I am very excited. How are you doing, Tofu?
Oh, good, dude. So excited for this as well. Best of 7 now, which is cool because it's something we've not seen in this format yet, right? Like, I think we've just kind of got a taste a little bit of the like forced variety on the last weekend. And I think today's going to be really, really good, man. I'm super excited because, yeah, assuming we get like deep into that best of 7, there's going to be so many interesting matches where I think they're going to have to bust out really, really odd killers. So I'm excited to see what each team has cooked up, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously there's no repeat on killers. We have the maps at the top. And with some bans, we already have some diversity because the first one is Midwich. We saw it the other day. We saw Nurse destroy on Midwich, but Nurse is banned. So the teams, they will have to adjust. And honestly, I am not really sure what killer would bring there.
Yeah, I think it's about time. It's about time they banned Nurse too, by the way. I still can't believe that people let Nurse go through on Midwich and then also Giddy Meat play. We saw some like absolute destruction on all these indoor maps with Nurse before. So it's about time that someone handled that. But yeah, at this point, now you're right though. Like now, what do you do? I think with Nurse being gone, I think that kind of leads to an interesting scenario. I still think killers like Dracula make a lot of sense there because of like the mobility with the up and down. I think it needs to be a killer that can actually navigate the map well, I guess. But it'll be interesting to see what they go with because I feel like a lot of the conventional choices are gone. And yeah, we also see down below that Spirit is banned as well. So like Nurse and Spirit are gone. So again, that kind of leads us to this weird spot where 2 of the stronger killers are gone. There's still 7 matchups. You can't repeat a killer.
I mean, okay, so for the people that don't know, in a comp setting, the most deadly killer by stats is actually Dredge on Midwich, but usually there are a lot of things restricted. I don't know, can you get away with picking Dredge here against like all these parks?
I think no. Well, I don't think I'm the person to ask because I feel like at this point I have a reputation for being a Dredge hater, so I don't know. I don't know if I can really be the person to ask about this, but I still think, like, don't get me wrong, I think Dredge this map is quite good, but the problem is when everybody has an exhaustion, everyone just has like SB even off gens, and it's so rough, dude. Like, actually trying to be able to create any pressure is so hard. I think you have to go with someone more aggressive, right? Like, especially with the builds we saw. That's another thing too. I'm curious to see if the survivor builds are the same as last week because I feel like everybody kind of like fell into this like established meta, right? We saw everybody running one fast track. We sometimes saw people running up the ante and slippery meat or some combination of that where they can get Kobe's. But generally speaking, everybody had this mentality of just like bash gens as fast as possible. And I feel like whatever killer you pick definitely needs to be aggressive enough that you can get that pressure as early as possible. Like, you cannot mess around early game in these games because of how many perks they have and how much gen progress they're gonna have quick. So that's why I think maybe someone like Dracula, who has like he has like crazy mobility, like his hits are like, if the hits do come through, it's fast, right? Like obviously they're not guaranteed, but it's like very fast attempts at damage. I feel like that seems like a good choice for me in terms of like who I would expect to see in this, but it would be really interesting to actually see someone run Dredge here, and I would love to see how they do. Like, if they did really well, I'd be very impressed. It'd be cool to watch.
True. I mean, Sinners kind of like, I feel like Sinners was a little bit of the off-meta team. Like, they always had the same 4 parks. They had a little bit of slot-ins with Made for this against the suspected Kaneki pick, but they always went for Overcome. They always had Fast Track. I already forgot what else they had.
Resurgence. They love Resurgence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. They always had 4 Resurgence, and Resurgence honestly has been like kind of like established as the best anti-tunnel park in this tournament, right?
Yeah, which is, there's been a lot of interesting revelations like that. Yeah, but yeah, Resurgence has been really strong. We've seen like perks like Resilience become like really used here too. It's actually really bizarre. If you asked me way before this tournament happened what perks we would see, I would not guess the ones that we've been seeing. It's been very interesting to see which ones are actually getting play. And yeah, I mean, we are gonna have Sinners on Survivor now, so we're gonna see what they're cooking up. And oh, really?
Okay.
Really? Okay.
We see Pizza Goggles Henry. That add-on has been buffed into Oblivion. In my opinion, the strongest add-on now on Henry because almost nobody plays him. It's not that common, but...
Yep. But look, yeah. The add-on makes that undergate attack so small, but look at how little distance Fendit got here. Like, you come up out of the ground so much faster, and it's kind of wild. And you also, your mobility power comes back quick. Like, it's already back on cooldown. It's just so much use. But the problem with this add-on is it makes you that much more reliant on getting your normal hits. And we can see here, Fendit did a decent job of juking, has Overcome as well, and Lucky Break.
What? Oh, he has been
Nightlight
spotted.
still
He
sees
didn't
him,
make
though.
that corner.
And yeah, here Nightlight does not have to be that picky because he comes up so fast. He has doesn't have rollerblades. Oh, good lineup on that shot though, and he does go down.
Damn, Nightlight.
Alright.
Nightlight is so clean on this killer.
Yeah, he really is. I was actually wondering if we were gonna see him on this killer again. I don't think I've seen him on this killer since they like nerfed the like delay thing from a long time ago. So yeah, it's interesting to see how he does here. But he already gets it down before Jen even pops, which honestly, in this rule set is kind of a big deal, I would say. Like,
Oh, did we just see a decisive strike instead of resurgence on Delof? Okay, we have a little bit of adjustment on Sinners. They did not go for resurgence. Okay, I'm gonna guess. Like, obviously, like, Team Invictus also watch those games, right? And, like, switching it up a little bit with 1 week of prep can be very huge here.
oh my god, that 2-tap was disgusting. Even through overcome lucky break, bro, just did nothing for Bucky. Just nothing at all. Wow.
Absolutely
good
crazy
start.
down. Yeah, no scratch marks and the more distance being gained by overcome, but yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, this is a very, very good start. This killer, though, again, it's so really interesting to see this killer, though, because I do think right now, like right when his power's about to run out, I feel like we hit a really interesting like tempo shift, right? Like this killer is so strong, he's so threatening, but then once you get to this point where your power's out, like now you need to land 2 hits just to get back into power. And I think this is where like the entire tempo of the match can change a lot. I'm curious, unless Nightlight finds 2 hits really, really quickly. To be fair, this map is a lot harder to juke. There's like not a lot, there's less like open areas to run around.
This is like,
So
I honestly, okay, Cassette also has a lot of anti-synergy with Pizza Girls, right? Because you're not gonna get someone to 4 stacks anytime soon. And as you said, I mean, Nightlight kind of got it in a reasonable time frame, and he's not gonna.
oh my god, bro. Oh, there's so he can slug. Yeah, this got brought to this clock, and Delof was here a little too close, and now this gets some compound pressure for Nightlight. Good juice, though. He's probably got the bail from that, yeah. If he could have found a tag or a down there, that could have been massive amounts of pressure, but I think he's just going to be happy to take his take his hook. And honestly, this is also the second hook on Defended as well, so this could get a little spooky if they're not careful. And, you know, if he gets a kill with gens up, that, especially with with a pizza goggles and that crazy mobility, that could get a little scary.
Yeah, I think Nightlight can definitely go out, pressure the gens here with Hive Mind. He knows exactly what is being progressed, and if the unknown comes through, he can just go back with his mobility from Undergate.
Yeah, the one good news here for Sinners is that they got rid of Thrill and Ruin, right? Hive Mind, his build is just Hive Mind Painters now. But
Did I see an insane fortune around the basement?
ooh, was there? Oh, gets hit by that.
Okay, it's
Oh,
a
they're
3
kind of.
then.
Yeah, it's a 3-gen, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, like all right there. All on the. I feel like on this map, the thing that happens a lot is that the 3-gens will be like split between the top floor and the bottom floor. But yeah, they're just all right here. You can't vault that without getting grabbed. Whoa, he just did it anyway. Oh wait, DS. He has DS. Never mind. I was getting real scared.
I mean,
for
he
a
needs to
minute.
not get hit here.
Yeah.
Oh, what? He just straight lines it.
Yeah, I think he was predicting the juke back. But this thing about pizza goggles, your mobility is pretty much always up. So again, we see that like I feel like the distance he gets here does not really matter that much. I do think the thing that matters the most is the fact that he's out of power, though. He does need to refarm power. Oh my god, the patience from Nightlight is crazy there.
Yeah,
Like-
Nightlight. Oh, 110 killer life. He has to go all the way around. This is gonna hit though.
Oh, but it hits.
Look
he
at
really-
the gen burst. They're on the last gen though.
Oh, he already gets him though, and he can hit him with the fast kill as well. He's just gonna get and break it. He's gonna break his neck.
Do they get the
But-
gen done?
Yeah, that's the thing though. With all the gen, with all the gen perks they have, that gen probably does pop. Wow, the gen progress is just so fast though.
Oh,
And Bucky
Bucky.
gets found, and it's probably the best target for Sinners though. To be fair, I mean, only worth 2 stages.
Yeah.
I think if they get out the other gate and this ends up being a 6 stage, that's probably not like worst case scenario for Sinners, right? Considering
True.
how good of a start Nightlight had. I feel like if Nightlight downs this, he's probably gonna want to slug. But Bucky doing a good job. Oh, can't quite get this down.
Yeah, we chase this on the other gate here. Bucky's buying so much time here. And
he
now he's
forces
just gonna
lock.
force locker, yeah.
This was huge from Bucky. This was huge. I think Bucky dies fast here, and Nightlight instantly slugs, tries to find a fresh hook, maybe turns this into like a 7-stage game or maybe even higher. The hit buying time here makes us a guaranteed 6-stage 2 fresh, which I feel like is very good considering how rough that early game was.
What an explosive first match. I feel like this was like a, what, 4 or 5 minute match? I don't know. That's what it felt at least.
Yeah, this was so fast. Yeah.
I mean, all right, we always ask this question all tournament though. Is this a good result, 6 stages?
Yeah. See, now, like, the thing is we've not seen Midwich played much outside of like Nurse, right?
Yeah.
Where obviously she just destroys. Like, I don't think Midwich is like that great of a map. Like, I do feel like it. Like, okay, I would almost argue that I think Midwich might be the most killer-sided map in the game. Maybe. Is that too bold to say? Maybe.
I mean, if you play Nurse, but like the other killers, you can kind of get pre-run. The mobility killers have a little bit of an awkward time playing around the loop, like Blight or Billy.
Yeah.
Not the best. I don't know.
That's true. I guess the way I was thinking about it is I think there's multiple killers where that map is their best map. But I think a lot of those killers are also lower tier to the point where you probably wouldn't want to play them in this tournament anyway. So yeah, I guess that just kind of leads. Okay, I guess that begs that question of: is there any high tier killers that like dominate this map other than Nurse? And like again, I think Dracula maybe.
No.
And again, outside of that, you're right. I mean, like Blight or Kaneki or any like traditional or any like killer that has like the traditional mobility, I think doesn't do that well here.
To be honest, now that you say it, so Dracula with the bat form has crazy mobility on the map.
Yeah.
He can teleport to the windows, which means he can switch floors very, very easily. Yeah, probably would be a good choice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I feel like that teleport of being able to like if you're down below and you hear a gen above you, like there's not that many killers that can just instantly go up there and like deal with it, right? But Dracula is one of the killers that can, which I feel like makes him so strong there. On top of just generally being a strong killer. I mean, everyone knows that Dracula is just a very, very top tier killer. So I do feel like that is a choice here. And I was actually very surprised to see Invictus going with Henry. But again, like we said, there's 7 maps for them to deal with tonight. So like they do have to kind of spread out their killers and choose wisely. And I'm curious if this was like a calculated pick where like maybe they know Henry is like the type of killer where maybe you pop off, maybe you don't. But it's like, we maybe the future matchups need Dracula. Because again, we have, man, I'm looking at the list of maps. Like having to like drop a killer for every one of these maps would be hard. So yeah, I could see them maybe holding on to that for something else. But I guess it depends on how Sinners is feeling. I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna see Wee Jason on killer. We know he's really capable.
Okay. What about endgame Crosso on Midwich?
Ooh.
That could work. I think the map is pretty hard to play for Survivors. It's pretty small, and if everyone is infected, could be a play. We saw it a couple times in this tournaments. Honestly, I didn't have that killer on the map at all. I did not think we're gonna see a Crosso at all. But that could be another choice, maybe. We're gonna see.
You're not wrong, because also the gates are like guaranteed spawn and kind of close, right? Like if you have like a lot of stacks to Remember Me or whatever, like end game, I feel like you can patrol those gates back and forth like with relative ease. I feel like landing infections to that map is pretty easy, right? Like on indoor maps, if you're actually trying to land your like infection with Prasu, there's so many walls to bounce the auto aim off of. That would actually, dude, that might actually be a really good choice here. I didn't even think about that either, but maybe also, okay, here's another crazy wild card. Twins with the stealth add-on again.
True.
Like remember, like we saw that day one. I feel like stealth add-on Twins would maybe be insane here.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been loving so much about this tournament is that there's so many, like you have no idea. Like there's so many things that they could cook up, or they could just go like a very traditional, like, XYZ strong aggressive killer route, But like there's so many things that could be cooked up, and I feel like if you're on the Survivor side, I feel like you just got to be ready for what, like literally every option. Yeah. So
yeah, especially given that this is a best of 7, like we said earlier, you have to dig deep. You cannot rely on Blight and Billy to carry all the way. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna see something exciting. And I think.
Oh, what?
All right.
Really?
All right.
Okay. All right.
It's the strongest killer in comp. You can't argue with it. We have Jason with Face the Darkness Blood Favor. Okay. And Nightfall instantly. That's a crazy build.
Yeah, Field Recorder, Broken Doll. So Nightfall instantly plus 40 more seconds. And an instant tag on a Spitz. What is he holding? What vision was he holding? What in the world?
We're doing things, and I think there's gonna be a follow-up tag already. This is Blood Favor active. Does he make anything here?
Yeah, Blood Favor might run out in time if he loops it. Oh, but he has BL, but does he get it? He doesn't even get it. Wow. This down was so much faster than even the Henry down. This was crazy.
Dude, Wee Jason, the godfather of innovation in comp. This is definitely his tournament. He can bring whatever he wants, and I think he definitely took something. Yeah.
Like, actually, this is wild. Oh my god.
And he's
immediately,
he's already.
oh my god, immediately fought down to Dan, and that's gonna be another Blood Vapor activation. I don't think they've gotten rid of any totems. I mean, well, it looks like Dan insta-pulled, right? Or somebody insta-pulled. Spence is already off hook.
Do we actually have 4 balanced landings on the Survivor side? That's a first one in this tournament.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I do feel like this seems like a pretty okay map for it, right? So like, I guess I get the idea behind it. Like everyone
Oh my
can just do stuff upstairs, and then or like take chases upstairs. Base Dart is getting some value. Everybody's screaming. Oh, Dan takes the remnant though. Good play from Dan.
The last tournament we like played that pallet for 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
this time he's just going to break it.
They'll find Kexo now. Dan, that was a really good chase from Dan to kind of like shift momentum back. Because I feel like if Dan would have got 2-tap there, this would have got real awkward real fast, I feel like. That's a lot happening early game. But I think they've survived the Nightfall now, and like we're kind of back to a semi like normal game of DVD that they can maybe deal with. I mean, they are starting to deal with the Space of Darkness. The Space of Darkness makes it so that they can't cleanse the totems either.
True. This, and I think they're not even trying, but can they stay alive for that long against Blood Favor, Face the Darkness?
Yeah.
I mean, the
now
chance
on
that is
Pedro.
getting done. I don't know. Can you do this? Is like a race against the clock for both sides. This pair is already gone though.
Yeah, that's why I kind of thought Dredge was a bit of a questionable choice here, because even though he is good on this map, I do feel like, assuming the survivors aren't like randomly getting hit by nonsense like Spitz said earlier, but I feel like the hits do kind of take a little bit of time, right? Like you have to like set up your remnant zone, slowly push them into it, right? Like each hit takes some time, even in the best scenarios. So I do feel like, again, with it being such a race against the clock, them having so many good gen perks, I am a little bit worried about like the speed of efficiency here, you know?
Oh, actually, I mean, so no healing coming out from Team Invictus. They just want to bash the gens, but we Jason catching Dan off guard. Can he make anything here? I think he might be down.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Yeah, nope, he goes down. And he's slugging right away. Oh, he wants to get him off these gens. Interesting. Maybe he was just worried about that one popping. He'll push him off, and then he'll have to go pick up. But they do have, I think those are 2 separate gens that Pedro and Kexo. Yep, 2 separate gens from Pedro and Kexo, both about to be done soon. So we are like we're like effectively at 2 gens left, although he might actually he's able to interrupt. So never mind. You know what? He does interrupt Kexo's gen.
I think Dan instantly unhooked himself. Nobody had to rotate around, which means they can just bash the gens here. And we Jason, are we going for the tower? Okay.
Yeah, this is an interesting choice if we're going for the tunnel out. I don't know.
I think that's DS, right? I'm pretty sure we have DS here.
Yep, DS up the Eddie. We're seeing all those builds from earlier. It's so strong, bro. Just being able to unhook yourself for free. Spitz, a bit of a bad position. He's going to be going down, I believe. Down he goes.
Okay, so this is the 3rd hook with 2 fresh hooks. That means if Kexo or Pedro goes on the hook, I mean, they can Corby. Actually, this is like so awkward, right? They can always unhook themselves.
Yeah, it is awkward, right? Like how I feel like getting your wing condition, you actually have to physically get the hooks. You know what I mean? Like you can't really afford to protect hooks really at all unless it's like second stage, I guess.
There's like the thing though, Sin is never using self on hook over the entire course of the tournament, and one of the only teams that never used it, but they still managed to get to the final. So
yeah, so I mean, yeah, they must know something, I guess. But we are seeing Invictus getting a lot of value out of it. I mean, everybody just instantly pulling themselves off hook and then also having DS. Like that's such a like. What do you do about that? They unhook themselves in your face, and you're like, oh, but I can't even chase them because of DS. You know, it's wild.
How do you possibly get to that win condition? We're still like quite a few hooks away, right? Dan, not even death hook.
Yeah. Shook away. I mean, that was a very fast down, so that definitely helps. He won a big 50 there. Dan was trying to claim that remnant, and Jason definitely called him out on that. But again, even still here, right? Like, this is still hook stage number 4. The gens are getting close to getting done. We need that to happen like 3 more times, right? Against full health survivors too. Like now that everyone's full health, very difficult.
All right, we Jason though. This might be attack on Pedro. No, it's not.
Oh.
Decides to leave.
Yep. Immediately comes back though. Actually just teleported above him. Maybe trying to hit him with a bit of a cheeky mind game there. He's got to go unhook, I think. I mean, they're kind of just sticking gens. I mean, Dan still has a bit of time. Oh, that gives him an unhook for free. That's actually, well, it doesn't take it, actually. Interestingly enough.
I mean, they don't want to give him the flash hook, right? I think. Because Pedro would be in a bad spot after that unlock.
Yeah, especially, I think with Blood Fever up 2 would definitely make sense. He will show up with the unhook now, though. Puts Dan to deep wounds, and is he gonna stick to Dan, I guess? I mean, if he brought a Mori, he could bypass.
You're right,
yes.
Mori.
Whoa, what's he swinging at? Oh, but he makes it into the locker. He could wait for him to bleed, but yeah, I don't know if he feels confident that the gens will stay up with that. He does show up to Kexo's gen, but they're doubling a different gen is the problem. And he finds that, though, so he does see both the gens that are working on. But again, yeah, you're still 2 stages away, and you need one of them to be a fresh hook. But also, your fresh hook survivor is just going to Kobe as well. Ooh, Spitz is here to play for it, but he doesn't take it in time.
I mean, yeah, the problem is, though, I mean, oh, this is so hard to win. This is so hard to win. I mean, it looks like he's close, but it really isn't because he needs 2 more downs.
Yeah, it's like a so close but so far situation, right? Yeah, like he's doing good. And yeah, like he is only two hook stages away, so you're like, oh, he is right there. But yeah,
3 injured survivors, though. 3 injured survivors. This is kind of huge.
Yeah, it's like a stampede of gazelles to a tiger or something. This is crazy. Look at him. He's hungry.
I mean,
he's gonna get Spitz.
This can work out here. Is he gonna take that hook? No, he's not.
I mean, if he gets him and Pedro, I get this is good if he gets them both. Pedro's got BL though. But if he was to get them both, that would be game. I mean, I almost feel like there's a world where he should just hook Spitz here and then maybe go after somebody after. Like, just get that 5th hook and then play for the win/tie condition after, you know?
But
gets
the
it down
is
into
done.
Pedro.
I mean, Spitz is still not hooked. Wait, he wants to get both. This is the win con. If he gets both of those survivors on the hook, he would win. But obviously, Team Invictus also knows this.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, Dan was playing for Spitz.
Caught off guard.
Oh, they
wait. What are we doing now? Oh, this is so smart by Jason. He doesn't have to prioritize Spitz anymore because Dan just went on the ground and he's securing the fresh hook on Pedro first, and he's right on top of the hook. Okay.
Yeah, he wins this then. He wins this because they. I mean, like they have to pick up both Spitz and Dan before one of them gets hooked. Like if he just walks over and hooks either one of those, it's over.
Oh,
wow. Or Mori's, I guess. And yeah, looks like he's getting the Mori.
Dredge Midridge still the king, I guess.
Yep, stronger than Henry confirmed. I mean, this is science here at this point. Okay, it was proven. Proven Dredge over Henry. But you know, honestly, I'm gonna go adjust my tier list right now. It's over.
What an exciting series that was. These matches are so fast and like. Yeah, well,
I was very impressed with Jason's play here. Like this was not an easy. Like it's like you said. Like that whole time, the wing condition was like right there, but it was also like not right there. Right? It was like one little mistake and like letting them pop the gen without getting close enough to the win con, and the game's over. Like that was actually like so. It was so close, dude. And Jason just barely pulling it out again on a killer like Dredge. Like I know that this is like Dredge's map, but like in a no restrictions tournament, I feel like ever picking a killer like Dredge is just so bold.
Yeah.
And kind of cool to see it paying off, honestly. So Sinners out to a 1-0 lead over Invictus.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great start there, right? But then he kind of hit a wall. He ate the balanced landings, and the survivors positioned themselves so well that he kind of didn't get any further. But in the end, he still got a few. I feel like Invictus kind of threw this. I think they were kind of like on the right path. Then they got caught off guard. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I wonder if they were also just caught off guard by the killer choice too. Like that early game was not Invictus like. You know what I mean? Like that instant hit on the Spitz, him kind of getting instant 2-tapped. Dan did a pretty good job of chase afterwards, but still, it was like a pretty sloppy early game. And again, we talked about this before, how like important the early game is in these sets, considering how many gen perks everybody has. So I do think that was a little uncharacteristic for Invictus, and maybe they just need a little bit of time to warm up and get used to these settings again. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Jason came out of the gate looking so smooth, and that's why. Because again, I feel like what's funny is I feel like Nightlight's performance on Henry was also really solid too. So the fact that he was able to come out and basically match that and then some and take that win is pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Yeah, I mean, the difference between this and normal comp is obviously they know what killer they're up against. They have a game plan for that killer. They can be like, yo, guys, this is how we play the early game. In this setting, they load in, Nightfall starts. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is chaos, right? This is not what comp is usually used to. And this is why this tournament also has this a completely different skill set, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I feel like this tournament is so much about your ability to just like adapt, which I think is like, yeah, it is very interesting and unique. Like compared to other tournaments where everyone knows what builds people are running, everyone knows what killer it is, what map it is, everything. Like on this one, the only thing you know is map, and that's it. And speaking of which, we're changing map now in game 2. We're going to Blood Lodge now. So
Wow.
this is interesting because Blood Lodge, again, this is an opening for every killer. I mean,
Yeah.
Billy, Blight,
I think, to be honest,
Kaneki.
I think you want Billy, Blood, or Kaneki, right? Like, this is a big map, a lot of open areas where high mobility just wins. I think we're going to see one of those three probably from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing is banned. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. There's no mobility killers banned. So yeah. And it looks like we're gonna be starting out here with the Blight.
All right,
Oh
Tofu.
my god, this build! What? What am I looking at?
This is not the Blight build I am used to seeing in a tournament setting.
Yeah, this is. I don't know if I've ever seen a Blight. in this build.
Alchemist Ring.
Yeah, because we're getting so much distance on that rush. Oh my lord! It does show up this gen. Tried to come from some funky edge map angle, but didn't seem to really work out for him.
That pallet also getting dropped. Spitz playing it safe.
Ooh. We'll come to the gen interrupted as well. Tries to get a crazy flick onto Pedro, but he doesn't get it. Trying to
Right.
find like a good chase to take here.
be
Didn't seem
honest,
to want
like-
to get to Pedro.
With this kind of build, you better have a good early game. You better have a good early game because
Yeah.
there's no coming back if these gens are getting progress a lot. And Team Invictus is ready to throw all the pallets to delay that first on as much as possible.
Dan's gonna be in trouble here, though. I mean, his rush is already back up. He has to patch up. Yeah, he'll be dead here for sure. He'll be dead for sure. So down he goes. I mean, that is a decent early game. They do have good gen progress again, considering that he did take a kind of a world tour of the map before getting this down. And also, again, all the gen perks and BMPs they have definitely help with that gen progress. But this is not a horrible
How?
start, all things considered.
Tofu, how is this the build on Blight? How?
Yeah,
understand.
I don't know. I feel like if there's any killer that doesn't need to rely on like making something happen in game, it's Blight. No, so yeah, it's.
Team Invictus is so insane, by the way, on these chase killers. Like Pedro slow watching that pallet, meaning he can't be hit from both sides. You have a little bit of immunity if you time it well.
Oh, does get hit by that quick 2 rush though,
No,
and they did pop both their respective gens, and does not look like they're going for the same Kobe builds this time. Dan has not pulled himself off hook. He's kind of just sitting on hook. So
I think he does have it though. I'm pretty sure I saw Kobe builds.
that's it. That's interesting. I wonder if that was him cobing just now, or if that was Spitz. No, that was Spitz. Yeah, they do have.
I mean, he's up the ante. Wait, does not everyone Huh?
No,
I
well,
don't understand.
yeah, I'm not sure either. Maybe they didn't want to risk it. I'm not sure either.
Oh, do you think if they're ever in like a dire situation, they have at least the chance, but they don't want to use it if they don't have to?
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting considering the last game they just full sent it right away, right? Like
Yeah.
it feels like they seemed pretty confident in it before, but yeah, it's hard to say, man. Hard to say.
I don't think
know.
they're slippery meat on this one. That's the difference, at least.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So it's not as guaranteed, but ooh, that's a good tag on the Spitz. Like it's weird because I feel like this is going pretty okay for me, Jason. But yeah, like I think you're seeing like the lack of regression perks. Like I think like the lack of corrupt, the lack of pain res, DMS, all that stuff that you could be running that could have been like stalling these gens after every single one of these hooks. Like we're already down to 1 gen left. I mean, we're only at what, like 2 stacks of whatever our endgame perks are.
Yeah. There's gonna be another stack. I mean, do you actually want to hook down? Okay. So
Yeah,
like
'cause
this
this
is
also
a
makes
play
rank
for
more
like
weaker.
6 stages, like get someone on the hook late game and like, but the Kobe builds might unironically screw him over. Like if
Yeah.
you get a fresh hook on the hook and they somehow unhook themselves, then this build could fall apart so fast.
Yeah, this is so interesting. And yeah, I mean, we have Rancor as well, but like Dan's also only worked 1 stage now. So like, and I don't think there's any way for him to change obsession other than getting DS. So yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's
I think Rancor is also partly just to keep the obsession away from the gate end game. And if they ever risk it and they play around Remember Me by having the obsession open the gate, they can die really fast.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that definitely makes sense. But at this point, Invictus might even want to play that way since Dan's only worth one stage, right? Like, they might even like purposely play aggressive with him,
Yeah.
because again, like him getting more, it might be enough time for the other teammates to open a gate and get out. So,
Yeah.
I do feel like we, unless you get a full kill on him, and I guess if you fully kill him, that might make an awkward end game.
Oh.
But he goes for Spitz instead. Kexo's on the last gen. Oh, he's in the locker.
Wait,
Does he
what?
know? Is he playing dumb? Does he know?
He knows. Does he think it's head on? No. He's just gonna wait. He's waiting for the gen to get done.
Yeah, yeah. I think he just wants to take the kill on him. This is interesting. Well,
Okay, they
the
definitely have a timer, right? Surely they do have a timer. Yeah. Every comp
Yep.
team, they have their teammates watching in the background, and one of them has a 1-minute timer after unhook. Wait, what?
He's gonna drop him. Final hook. I guess he just wanted to make sure he was down. I think he wanted to get Spitz on the hook for another stack of No Way Out, and also just to get him on hook for the pressure before he gets that kill.
Ooh. I don't think Team Invictus knows they're in for a world of hurt here, right? Because they still have to open that gate. There's Nord in play. They have no idea about Nord, by the way. They will not know about Nord.
Yeah, I feel
And
like you.
Spitz,
I mean,
does he-
you.
He does unhook on the last chance.
Oh, yep. Pulls himself off. Huge. I feel like you could kind of assume. I mean, I don't know if you'd ever assume no one on Blight. That's the thing, right? But I mean, if you see all these late game perks, you could be like, I mean, maybe it is. So I don't think they'll be insanely surprised at this point now that they've saw No Way Out and Rancor and Remember Me.
You think? I think I would be Call of God, I'll be honest. Like the Nord is probably like the craziest of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Noah Blight is kind of wild here, but like, I do feel like if you see all these other lane game, these other in-game perks, and you know that there's a fourth perk that you still don't know about, I mean, what would it be, right?
Oh!
Oh, that was
What?
kind of nasty.
That's an instant down here. Spitz cannot unhook himself. And Remember Me still slowing down the gate progress. So, yeah, now they're going to realize, look how long this gate takes to open.
Yup. Brutal, dude. Brutal. And also, Alchemist Ring makes this a lot easier for him to actually go back and forth between the gates as well. Like, these rushes just going forever, dude.
Dude,
He's going to find Pedro.
does Pedro know here? He needs to not die to one attack. He's playing the short side. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. I mean, at this point, he might get an idea, though.
Yeah, especially since he was spending so much time walking him down there. I do feel like they're probably gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna find out. And this is a real sketchy spot. This pallet's not that safe. Oh, Pedro winning it though.
Oh,
But he's playing Bloodlust Blight, bro.
Pedro, the number one 1v1 player. This is the kind of situation he has a skill set for. But he loses 150. Nord is about to be cleansed, I think.
Oh, if he could have bought a little bit more time, if he won one more 50, that would have been the most insane run ever. Oh my god. I mean, that was still a really good run, bought a lot of time. They managed to get Noah down, and Spitz got a lot of progress on the gate, but they have to bail off of it now. And like at this point, I mean, the late game Blight's kind of working. No, I mean,
Oh, wait. Pedro did not get the Kobe.
Oh,
He
he
did
didn't.
not unlock himself. He went second stage. This is the risk you take. If you don't have slippery meat, the chance is not that crazy high. It's still higher than not unhooking, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it becomes closer to a coin flip rather than like the 95% or whatever that you get with slippery meat.
Yeah.
Invictus has whoa. Invictus has done a really good job of keeping Kexo hidden though, who is worth 3 stages. Like I think they've done a really good job of making sure that that's not a thing, as well as that fresh hook. Like at this point, Spitz will die, but like progress in the other gate is probably
How high is it? How
Yeah,
high is
Pedro-
Pedro's gate?
yeah, Pedro probably on the gate. Kexo's stealthing on the other side. It's pretty high. I think
Does he get it
gets
open in
before-
time? I mean, he might die for it.
Oh, he got scared of it, but interestingly enough, Kexo was on this bottom gate. Okay. Jason doesn't look though. He doesn't look. I was gonna say if he happens to check that bottom gate for some reason and saw Kexo there and got a 2-tap on him, that would be pretty nasty. But at this point, I think Kexo's probably just gonna run to the other gate while Spitz is getting worried, and this will probably just be the end of the stages here, which is what I think is like 8 stages. No, this is
To be
still like
honest, yeah, I
decent.
mean, against Team Invictus in the earlier stages of the tournament, I don't think people got that high stages. So I guess the crazy build is kind of working out. Like Jason, we said it earlier in the tournament. He is one of the innovators of comp, and usually there's a lot of restrictions in comp. There's absolutely no restriction in this one. And yeah, we saw a spicy build that Invictus probably was not fully prepared for.
Yeah, I'm actually okay. At this point, do you think that Sinners and like maybe we Jason on Killer in particular are maybe purposefully trying to throw Invictus off their game with these picks?
Yeah.
Because I feel like again, Dredge on the first map, I guess it's not like absurd, right? Obviously, Dredge is good on that map, and even here, like obviously, like you kind of expect Blight, but like who expects no end, no way out Blight? You know what I mean? Like it's a very interesting strat, and like I mean, like maybe it's just the best build to run. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. I guess we really don't know, but.
You also have to realize, like, Team Invictus is arguably considered the #1 team right now. And especially if I was Sinners here, I would try to throw them off the game. Absolutely. I would not mirror the picks. I would, like, because you saw it, right? Like, we saw the Dredge game was pretty wonky. With that early game, obviously, like, that they just loaded in. They were not prepared for Dredge. Now, the end game, Blight, I mean, like, I've never seen that ever.
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
Yeah, right? Yeah, same. Like that's so bizarre. Yeah, like I feel like if that's like you said, like the like no end Blight walking you down to end game is so bizarre. Like that's so weird. But yeah, I guess I wouldn't expect to see that either. And I mean, it has been working out so far. I mean, like they won that first set. I would argue 8 stages 3 fresh here, pretty good on Blood Lodge. Like Blood Lodge is a pretty big map, lots of pallets. I feel like this is the kind of result that like how like for instance, right now, if you're Invictus, how do you match this now? Like how do you match this or beat it?
Yeah.
Like what do you play here? I guess.
You know what's
I mean,
kind of interesting? So Team Elysium, they lost against Team Sinners in the semifinals, and they also had in the last set a situation where someone used the same builds and they did not unlock themselves. I think they're taking a big risk with the builds they're taking, and I think it's kind of gambling, right? Like you have a good chance to unlock yourself. I think it's still over 60%. I think like 70 something, if I'm not mistaken, or like even 80. But yeah, it's not guaranteed at all. I think each individual chance is like 52%, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would need some kind of stats guy to tell me what exactly that comes to for 3. But yeah, I know that with Slippery Meat it becomes like a 98% chance or something crazy. Like there's like very little room for failing. But yeah, without Slippery Meat, it is interesting to see that they're still rocking. Like it's bizarre because it's so powerful when it works, right? Everyone just being able to pull themselves off hook, but like the punishment for it not working, just literally just chucking away a free stage is kind of intense. Like it's kind of intense. So yeah, it is interesting to see them just being totally fine with that gambling playstyle. And I'm kind of wondering, like, for instance, if Sinners wins this set and they go up 2-0, at some point do you just stop? I think at some point you gotta stop gambling, right? Like at some point you gotta be like, all right, this ain't working. Like, hold on.
I think okay, I just did a quick math. If I'm correct, I think the chance should be 78%, roughly. Roughly 78% to unlock yourself, which is high. But at the same time, that does not have to happen every time over the course of like such a series.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I feel like 22 to 25%. Like that's like somewhere between a 5th and a 4th chance. I mean, like yeah, it's still enough that I feel like it's like a risk, right? Like I mean, if someone tells you have a 20% chance of dying in real life, are you going to be like, oh, that's fine, let me just take the chance? Like that's still like a concerning number. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you want to gamble everything on that. So I do feel like that's interesting that they're like so okay with just rocking that. I guess in theory the numbers are in their favor, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really interested to see if that keeps happening. If that keeps like kind of backfiring and they keep getting people that go to struggle, it'll be bizarre to see if that like really affects the match. And
I mean, you can always take it and only use it once. And if you don't unlock yourself, you have someone come over to rotate, right? Like, you do not have to commit for the 3 attempts. So like, I mean, it's not like the ultimate gamble in this case they tried, but yeah, even the 3rd attempt failed. And now it's time for Team Invictus to see if they can get to that same result.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so I think we have the battle of endgames here. We are seeing a Krasu again.
Here we go again, dude. Here we go again. The same build as before. Yep, it's the chicken head add-on for early game as well as the late game add-on that makes everybody infected and not able to get themselves out. And we do find a chase immediately onto Gustavo. So big problems here. And again, Dissolution is going to make this essentially impossible to do much of anything unless, and yeah, I mean, they can't even really get like a teammate to body block yet without having that mushroom kick in. Gustavo doing a really good job of taking his distance thus far.
Oh, that's going to be a down, right? 120% is going to be too much around the corner. Unless, no, he doesn't full night light. Not on the corner.
Yeah. He had to win some kind of huge 50 there. I was actually kind of wondering if maybe Wee Jason was in Shack. That would have been a crazy play. If he managed to make it to Wee Jason and Shaq right as his Vexor War out, but no, he's actually across the map. I think they just want to go with the Bastion strategy. This is an interesting thing that I noticed too, is I think Elysium was the only team that we saw actually play for body blocks against this killer. I mean, I do feel like, again, throughout this whole tournament, we've been seeing like more just like priority of gen efficiency over anything else. But I am so curious, like at this point in the mid game, like right now, I would argue you could have some team play here. Like you could play to like deny stacks of No Way Out and, you know, removing and all that jazz.
Nice try, but third person from Krasu kind of denies that play, and now Dissolution is also active, which means Jason is A, gonna break the pallet, and B, gonna go down.
Yep. I think Nightlight waited for him to vault there just to farm the pallet break, I believe is what that was. Like, it looked like he had time to swing, but he was like, no, go on and vault. It's fine. I want you to break the pallet.
So it looks like Team Sinners was maybe convinced we were playing against Ghoul here, because we see 4 made for this on their builds. These were the builds that rocked all the time when they thought there might be a Ghoul in play, with Overcome made for this, Resurgence, and Fast Track.
Yeah, which again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna be annoying and say that I still am surprised that it's made for this and not something like a Resilience, which is still really good against Kaneki, and also good against other killers. Like I do like made for this. Again, like their builds don't really have any value to. There's no way for them to go to deep wounds. And again, these downs are coming in so fast, dude. Yeah. Like at this point, do we even need the end game? Like I don't even know if we need the end game build. Like, Reynolds got 3 fresh hooks at 5 gens. Okay, well 4 gens, but.
I'm surprised about the lack of teamwork from Team Sinners here. Not body blocking to make it hard for the Krasu, because if you force a transform, Dissolution might go on cooldown again and not work out and not give you the free follow-up. So far it's really working out for Nightlight.
Yeah, they're all just kind of like trying to play their solo game, which is kind of hard against a card like this. And Nightlight's getting his infection so quick too. Like the fact that like none of these infections have been stalled at all has been massive.
Yeah,
Nightlight there.
Nightlight has been playing incredible on comp on Killer.
Yeah, he's been so. Gets the hit onto Wee Jason, and that's going to be a Dissolution activated. You want me to make it a Shack Pilot though? No. This is kind of awkward. Can you? Yeah, I mean, he can maybe play for slow vaulting this, but doesn't even bother trying.
The Rancor Aura, though.
Ooh, close. Actually, Wee Jason doing great here. Actually playing this rather well. Again, needs to slow vault this, though, is the issue. Does get the slow vault.
Oh. Wait, why didn't you vault the window? What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't think that the slow vault would work. Maybe he was surprised himself. Yeah, I'm not sure. He definitely should have taken the window.
You could have made it because Dissolution was about to run out. He literally, I think Nightlight would have either forced the window block or transformed to break that pallet. But there's another hook. But look at this. We are on the last generator already.
Yeah, I feel like I just blinked my eyes and there's only 1 gen left. I don't even understand how this just happened. Like, I swear we were just at 4 gens, so they must have just had a crazy amount of progress, crazy amount of progress on that.
Isn't this like almost the same position we went into endgame 2 with Blight? Like almost the same hook status even?
Yeah, it's very close. Yeah, it's very good. It's very similar. And I mean, also with the obsession with because I mean, we had the same discussion last game about that, about the obsession kill being less strong, but also we have a lot of stacks. Remember me? We have 4 currently. Oh, interrupts the unhook with that. Oh.
I don't think Fedin was ready for that interrupts the unhook, but they're still gonna get it.
That'll be another hook stage, and that's endgame. Okay.
How many mushrooms do we have in hand? This is one of the important factors here, because all of the mushrooms despawned, and we don't have a mushroom here. We have one mushroom,
Wee Jason.
But Wee Jason is about to
just
die.
One. Yeah, it's only on Wee Jason who's like getting close to dying. Yeah, and even here, body blocking here is way less effective. I mean, Dissolution's going to be active now, and Gustavo will have to destroy straight up just die for you, I guess. Like I don't. How do you? I think it's a little too late for the body blocks here. But he will die for him.
All right, where is Wee Jason gonna take this? He doesn't go for the window here. Interesting, but Dissolution might time out soon. And looks like we have another hit tank. Fedinit not even infected here. This is huge.
This is huge. He has to go back to body for this, and Bucky's on the gate across the map. Does infect him pretty quickly and gets the hit. Oh, but this is spicy. Yeah, he has to leave and defend the gates, I think. Yep, he knows.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Now you leave Wee Jason alive and uncontested, which means, in theory, he could pressure the other gate.
Yeah, he also has a mushroom too that he just popped, which is actually huge. If he doesn't have a mushroom, then at least he's just injured and broken forever, and he's like a one-tap always. But
Yeah.
that mushroom means that, yeah, he's able to actually cleanse his infection. They could even heal him if they really wanted to. Although, obviously, you know, with Rancor, maybe you don't even want to play around that.
Wait,
but
what? Were they healing someone that is about to get broken?
I think
they realized halfway through.
I swear, this killer, like, no one plays this killer, and everyone is still so clueless about how they work. It's so funny. Bucky on hook now, though. I mean, that is a fresh hook. I mean, even if Bucky dies, that's a quick match. I mean, actually, that would be 8. That would be 8 stages for fresh. So actually, yeah, that would be win.
That's a win. But the thing is, they can trade this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the obsession with Jason Chase, and I think this is a hit.
Oh, not good. Is he gonna take the Mori, or is he? Oh, he slugs him for now, I think. Oh, he's gonna go back and take the Mori. Okay.
This is 7-4, which means the next hook stage would be a win for Nightlight, and I don't think they have a gate.
This is a weird question. Is Moriing faster than picking up and hooking if the hook is within like 5 meters? Like, this animation takes a while, no?
That's a long animation. Like, how
Yeah,
far are we on the gates here? That's like the big question. I mean, Bucky, yeah, he's the one to pressure it. But given that the gate is just started and remember me, so high stacks, this is going to be so hard to survive.
Yeah, I think the other gate had a bit of progress on their side of the map, but yeah, I mean, again, they're all injured and infected. Like,
this is the thing, they just didn't have the mushrooms going into endgame, and they are going to pay for it because, like, the other survivors, they're all broken. And the moment they get on that gate, it's going to be cooked.
Yep, and I think, as a matter of fact, I think Nightlight knows he can just quit the Bucky here, because if he gets someone hook and camps him, they literally cannot unhook. They have no way of going back to healthy, right? Like, they're stuck injured. So yeah, I think if you just hook Bucky here, it's over. And yeah, I think this is it. I mean, I think right here you hook. I mean, he's gonna go for more because they're right here, so you might as well. But yeah, at this point, hooking anyone other than Fendit is just GG here, because they literally cannot play front hook with them all being injured. But he wants the 4K, and wait, cute tech? Cute tech? Oh, no.
Nightlight
I guess.
clutching up. So far we learned Dredge better than Henry and Crossu stronger than Blight. Let's see what else we can learn today.
Yeah, this is some interesting science that we're doing today. I can't lie to you. Not quite the results I was expecting from this science, but you know, I like it.
Thing is, though, I mean, this is huge for Invictus because obviously they just won a set against arguably the strongest killer in the setting. And Sinners cannot pick that kill again. And Invictus has the advantage of being able to play Blight in one of these sets and not even having to face the mirror. So that's probably a big advantage for Invictus.
Yeah, that's rough. I feel like if you pick Blight into a killer that isn't Blight and then you lose, like, that's tough, bro. Like, that's a tough loss, I feel like. So, yeah, definitely not, I think, what Sinners wants here. I feel like they had a really, really good start with that win on the Midwich set. And now we're kind of in a position where I feel like the momentum is shifting a little bit back towards Invictus. We get to see this Mori again. Awesome, let's go. Some good old technical violence. You love to see it.
I wonder, is it Nightlight plays almost all the killers in this run, right?
Yeah, I mean, other than Blight. I mean, we will see Pedro and Blight, I believe. But like, other than that, yeah, I mean, it is interesting because I feel like I do feel like this tournament seems like it ends up being a lot of like those like kind of like specialist A tier killers, you know? And that does seem to be like Nightlight's specialty. So it is kind of interesting. Like, I feel like the like killer split on Invictus, this tournament definitely favors Nightlight's split a lot, I feel like, in terms of who's being played. So yeah, I mean, we'll be seeing him a lot. He's been doing really well. I mean, that was a great performance there. I feel like that was not one that I feel like, again, like going into the matchup saying Blight versus Crassu, I feel like you expect Blight to win that. So I think that's pretty big performance there. And now, what map do we go to for the third map?
Okay, so Cross was a killer that never got played that much in comp. I've seen like 1 or 2 sets. I see widely different performances. And the lack of teamwork in the early game, I think, definitely backfired. The first stages were so free, which means No Out got stacked and Remember Me got stacked. And I think Team Sinners might not be crazy prepared for this. One thing also to take note of, we saw Gustavo on the roster this time. I think Gustavo's a player that gets slotted in when they play against chase killers, not coordination killers, which is also something that is a little bit finicky in these sets because like a lot of these teams, they have more players and you might be ready for some Kaneki Blight action and then Krause comes around and this coordination, which is a
Yeah,
different skill set.
that's true. Yeah, that's very. And again, they seemed like they were very much prepared for Kaneki there, so that does make sense, right? Like they probably thought it was a safe bet to just be like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a chase map. Let's go ahead and go. So that is interesting. Yeah, I think that's a lot of the preparedness. I do think that's. I feel like we keep seeing that out of the crash resets because I agree with you. I think like the first down is kind of like inevitable, right? Because everyone's still infected. Like dissolution makes it hard to stay alive on your own. But I think, like for instance, after that first down onto, I think it was Bucky or I can't remember who it was that game. Whoever ate the first down after that first initial down, I feel like everybody was cleansed. Everybody at that point, you could have seen team play. But yeah, I just think that teams are just not used to that killer at all.
Especially,
and no one.
sorry for interrupting, but especially if you have overcome, right? Like in theory, you should be able to organize themselves with that extra distance to maybe meet up somewhere and then force a transform. Then you eat one mushroom, and like the lethality of Krasu becomes so much less. And dissolution is not that much of a problem because it might time out while by the time the second one gets infected. Yeah, pretty surprising, but yeah, it worked out for Team Invictus, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that uncomfort that we talked about before, right? These are killers that aren't really played in high level comp a lot. Like this is something that I think that like neither team is going to have a crazy amount of experience with unless they play a lot of like public games, I guess. So yeah, it is a little bit awkward for them. Now though, we're moving on to set 3. This is going to be Suffocation Pit.
Also, I think they probably go in. They have some kind of game plan, right? But like, I think adjusting within like 10 seconds, you spawn in, you got to grab a mushroom, and like, can you really organize yourself that fast? Which is a little bit closer to like normal Dead by Daylight, right? Because like if you play Survivor in normal Dead by Daylight, you also don't know what's happening, and you have to adjust on the fly, which is a skill. Like I said this earlier, but that these teams might not be used to that much.
Yeah, it is a very interesting feeling, right? Like it's especially with someone like Krasu who's just so explosive early game, right? Like you're planning around something and then boom, you just have this killer like on top of your face, like like you got dissolution, everyone has to find mushrooms. It's so much, it's so much. What killers do you think we're gonna see now though going forward? Like we're going into Suffo Pit now with Invictus on killer, right? Do they just bust out Blight here? I mean, this is the Blight map, right? I feel like you imagine someone like Pedro has a lot of experience on Suffo Blight. So maybe that's what we see here. I don't know.
All right, looks like we are about to load in, and it is indeed Suffocation Pit Blight. And we have nowhere to hide, nowhere out again. And they spawn on the same side as the Blight.
Spawn. Well, are the survivors burning split spawns? Because I feel like this is kind of the downside of that, is that if you do that and you don't stealth early, because they must. Everyone else is on gens. I feel like they are burning. I think they are burning that.
I wonder if is that actually smart?
Yeah, on a map like this, it might not be. Because yeah, I mean, you're kind of giving them an early chase. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna run it, I feel like you got to tell everyone to be really stealthy early game. Because yeah, this is like the thing that definitely could go wrong with it, is someone just getting found. Like this down is so much faster than it could have been if everyone spawned across the map.
Yeah, no corrupt on Pedro, and that's absolute paying off here. And the Alchemist Ring giving him insane mobility.
Ooh. Big flick attempt there, but Bucky gets around it. And I believe that was Pop going down to that gen as well. So we are seeing a bit of a more traditional build here, right? I mean, obviously no corrupt intervention is like a bit odd. And obviously we have like, nowhere to hide, which is never allowed in comp, as well as no way out for the end game. But we're seeing normal builds here as well. Decisive Strike is the 4th perk that they seem to be running on top of everything else. Ooh, it's so hard to win these pallets against a killer like Pedro, bro. He's just so good at it.
Yeah, I feel like he ascended though. Like Bucky kind of expecting the standoff, but Pedro's just like not waiting at all, not goofing around. And that's the second stage already.
Yeah, we're still at 5 gens technically too. I mean, not even just technically. I mean, I think they only have progress on like maybe like 2 gens, and they weren't that high. So Pop nowhere to hide, going down again on this gen. The aura reading there is so huge. Okay, Gustavo does a good job of staying away from that one though and not taking damage. There. Oh my God! Wait, is there like a 4 or 5 gen? Oh no,
it's a 4 gen
bottom. Yeah,
I mean, they're towards the middle, but they're really close together.
Yeah, that's pretty great. It's like a little Z of gens down there. It's kind of disgusting. I know it comes in, but WeJason gets tagged for it. It's a lot of injuries. And again, something we have said before is that no one's running reset perks at all, by the way.
Yeah.
So injuries actually are kind of valuable here. I mean, to some extent, I do feel like people do just stay injured in Bash Gens too. But I mean, the injuries definitely don't get like instantly healed up because no one really runs reset perks.
Do they run Resurgence again? I did not look at the build. But there's like the one
Oh, yeah, they
downside,
do,
right?
yeah.
Because if an Anok gets interrupted, you're 75% healed and you have nobody to heal you with. Because you do not have a mech kit.
Yeah, you still kind of have to go. Oh my! Oh, Gustavo farming clips in the tourney, bro. Oh my lord, what was that?
One of the chase players for Sinners, a 1v1 player. Very accustomed to the setting, but he does get hit.
He's gonna put some dubstep behind that one, bro. We're gonna see that one in a clip farm. That's crazy. Down he goes though. This will be another pain res, and again we're still at 4 gens. I'm assuming that we're gonna see another gen pop semi soon. Everyone's kind of just positioning right now. Everyone's like kind of trying to get to a safer spot. Oh, and Jason doesn't even make that. Oh my god. Disgusting from Pedro. And he's gonna go back to interrupt the unhook too, I think. No? Probably
Yeah,
at least wants to tag on the Claudette.
What an impressive performance here by Pedro. Still 1 gen done, and honestly, he's keeping the pressure up. The survivors, they can't really do much chance. And yeah, that's the problem if you go with the gen rush approach, honestly. If the killer keeps that much pressure up, you gotta unhook, you gotta get those slugs up. And yeah, not much gen progress to be had.
Yep, I think winning that chase right there from Claudette helped a lot in terms of like shifting momentum back. But yeah, I mean, they have to keep that up though. At any point, if Pedro is able to get a lot of hits and downs quickly, like this does just very quickly backfire. And he's on Gustavo now. He's on Gustavo, and also this is where almost all the gen progress is too. An insta down coming in.
All right,
Yes.
we see unique builds on Team Sinners here, combining Resurgence and DS, and it definitely catches Pedro off guard because he eats the DS almost in the last 10 seconds of it.
Oh, he tried to do the big spin again, but it didn't work this time.
Yeah, Pedro is
Down
so
he
clean
goes.
on the blight.
Yeah, it's so hard to survive against that. Like, what do you even do, man? So Gustavo, no DS now, used up, and he's also hooked in that on that side with a lot of the gen progress. But now they're kind of just shifting their progress down towards the other side.
Fast track is so broken though. Like, because like Pedro got so many hooks, but like I swear, if you look at those gens, they probably need like half the
Yeah.
progress they usually do.
It's so wild. It's so funny, like how much you get punished for just hooking people when fast track's in play. What a wild perk, man. What a wild perk.
It's honestly one of the most broken survival perks I think we had in years, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In like a very long time. It reminds you of like old like Middle of Man or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just so bizarre. Oh, good hit there on the Bucky. 3 rushes. Bucky still has Shack piled up, but he doesn't throw it yet. He's actually just gonna head back into the map. Ooh, this is a tough spot. Oh,
Oh, does
Does
he
he-
make them? Yeah, he does.
oh, okay.
Good
Great
chase
chase
by
from
Bucky.
Bucky. Yeah, doing great there. And Pedro wants to go back. It looks like I think he wants to play around these gens now. Like, I think he's getting to the point where maybe he wants to play for the win con of these gens. And it gets Jason down right on top of this one as well. This is also a pain res. Wastes no time here. Goes ahead and puts one hook. This will give him pop as well that you can use. Oh, yeah, the pain res will hit the gen across the map, I believe. Delay that progress. He'll be able to put pop down on the corner if he wants to as well. No, he wants to be aggressive. Yeah, at this point, I think this regen on this like Shack side of the map is definitely what they seem to be concerned about.
Oh,
But again, holding this regen is going to be so hard with fast track. Like again, like knocking down like the permanent progress here. It's going to make this real complicated.
Alchemist swing.
Oh,
it's
look at how
so
far he's
safe
going!
positioning.
Oh my god. I hate this add-on, bro. Oh my god.
Holy,
Oh my
he went across the
God.
entire side and still converted that one rush he still had to attack.
That was so stupid, dude. That's so nuts. What an insane add-on. Oh. Big 50 win there as well. D-Lop has to trade.
Pedro's is like winning all the 50s this match, honestly.
Yeah, it's so nuts, man. And again, I think that's what a killer like Pedro is so like that's what makes him so scary. Like I don't know if there's any player better at like winning 50s like that, right? It's just like winning chase 50s. And that on top of having just like incredible, like he's such a hard killer to play against, dude. Like I don't know, it's such a nightmare.
Right.
Find some scratch marks here. Still 2 rushes and immediately gets that down too. Bucky tried to corner up, doesn't work out. Wow. And
Honestly, I feel like Team Sin is kind of on the ropes, and on top of that, there's still no out, by the way. So that's 1 minute in endgame where they will not be able to open the gates.
Yeah, I think no matter what happens now, this looks like it's going to be a good result, right? I mean, Sinners can definitely make this a less good result if they can win some. Well, I think we're being a friendly killer. We're following this rival rulebook here and hooking everyone twice before we kill anybody. So at least there's that. It's okay. It's crazy to me that we're literally 12 hooking, and they have fast track on every survivor, and he's still this far ahead. Like doing this well. It's crazy. Doesn't quite think I would either. Gustavo tries again with it, but doesn't get it. That seems to be Gustavo. That's interesting. I don't know if I've watched Gustavo's POV enough. That seems to be his go-to of just the rapid spinning.
The controller spin. So every survivor on Team Sinners plays on controller, by the way.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually did not know that. I mean, I feel like controller survivor is quite good though, so it's not really that surprising. Jason gonna try to take a hit here for Gustavo.
All right, does he make it anywhere though with that hit?
Ooh! But I mean, the first time we've seen Pedro whiff all game, honestly. Well, make that 2. Make that 2.
Okay, nobody's touching the gates so far. That's extra time being bought because there will be 1 minute. Gustavo's gonna die, and every extra down from here on out is gonna be another kill.
Yup. So this one comes in, and yeah, I mean, at this point, we're already at what 9 stages for fresh.
Yeah.
Which is also just an excellent result considering that Sinners doesn't have Blight to choose here, right? They have to choose a non-Blight killer in this matchup. So I think no matter what, even if no one else dies, which I think at least one person will probably die, but even if no one else dies, I still think this is already a great result for Invictus.
Absolutely. Hull is being broken.
Has to run edge map. Has to try to make something work. No Way Out still has like 15 seconds, man, which is like forever. Gets hit while vaulting into edge map too. I mean, I know he has overcome, but that's definitely like one of the hardest ways, or definitely one of the worst ways to take a hit. Gets the power break instead of the hit. That's such an awkward thing to try to work around. You have to angle the swing just right. Ooh, doesn't win that 50 though. Does he slug him? Does he go for more? I think he does. Yep, he does.
These are insane gates, by the way.
What? Oh my god.
Yo.
He must have heard him in the locker, right? He had to have heard him, and I think that was a bait, right? That had to be
maybe we need a PC check on that one.
you might have some college files with this PC. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, is he gonna find him? Oh, he found him. That's it.
Bucky. Oh, look at Bucky. Look at
he died. It's
oh my god. You can just see the soul leave his body, bro. He just like walked away from his PC. Oh my god.
Damn,
wow.
That's a 4K on Blight for Pedro.
Yeah, that was an insane result. Wow. Wow. But again, now Sinners doesn't have Blight to use themselves here. So like, what do you come back with? Like, what do you show up with now on the killer side for Sinners? I have no idea. Like, I feel like, okay, I actually have a question for you. Do they have to pre-lock their killers?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to pre-lock the killers. They cannot.
Okay,
just because like this is a hard win con, and you could be like, yeah, let's play Trapper here because we don't want to use our strong killers, which would make it a little bit more cheesy and not as authentic, in my opinion at least. That's why we have them pre-lock their killers.
No, I agree. I like that rule too, because I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was thinking like, if you knew that this result was like near impossible to match without Blight, yeah, you could just be like, oh, we're gonna play Perkless Trapper. Like this better. I think that's cool because yeah, I mean, whatever they preempted, whatever they already thought was going to be best for Sufo is what they have to play, and they have to just try to make something happen. So like, but also it's going to be interesting because if they did use something really strong here, then again, I don't want to say that this is like impossible for the record. I mean, I guess anything could happen, but this is definitely like I would argue going into the second round, you got to feel like Invictus has a pretty good chance of winning this, right? We've not seen a whole lot of 4Ks against Invictus. Have we seen any 4Ks against Invictus actually?
I
I
don't
don't know if
think
the survivors have gotten 4K maybe this
Actually,
whole tournament.
that's a good point. I don't think they did. I cannot remember Invictus ever getting 4K.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe I'm missing something, but Team Invictus on Survivor looked so clean over the course of this tourney. I mean, they do have the pub players, right? Like Dan still grinds the game a lot. I know Spritz still streams daily. Nightlight is also on the grind. So like, I think these players, they are at least in my mind, they're definitely the favorites because they are more used to the setting.
Yeah, I know that they still like win streak together a good bit as well. So even Pedro, I think, gets some in there. So yeah, they definitely seem to be pretty comfortable with everything. I think that definitely helps them a lot. I do feel like Invictus seems like very good, they seem like a very good team at like adjusting on the fly, right? Like being able to kind of figure things out as they go. They have very good IGLs. I mean, to be fair, Sinners might as well. I'm like less familiar, and even if I was able to watch their games, I probably wouldn't be able to understand the language they speak anyway. So hard to say, but I mean, obviously Sinners is no joke too. But yeah, Invictus is so strong here, and
Yeah,
I mean, if they win,
I'm not sure how many pubs they play, but like Jason is always out there innovating. So I think like he's not the type to just like copy like someone's build and like just play the default, which a lot of the teams are. They like a lot of them just don't really care about the theory crafting aspect. They just want to play like good comp, and yeah, especially someone like Elysium in the tournaments. Oftentimes they're like, oh, we're gonna play the opponent's parks because they didn't prepare anything. But yeah, these two definitely more on the theory crafting side.
yeah, which is really cool to see, man. And I mean, maybe Jason could cook something up here on Suffo that does something for them here, but like, what's even really the options at this point, right? Like, I don't know, because I mean, Suffo Pit feels like a pretty standard map. Again, something we've not seen the whole tournament that we kept talking about. I don't know if we're ever going to see it because I don't know if it's actually a right pick, but like, Plague was still an option here, right? Of like the ultra add-ons on Plague that are really strong.
Yeah.
Could, in theory, like, again, I feel like if anyone was going to do that, I feel like it would probably be Jason. If I can think of anybody that would try to make that work, but even then, I still don't know if it's worth. You know, it's just, I feel like that would be really like throwing a wild card out there.
The thing I would be so afraid of is them 1990 like 10 million gens, to be honest, because like that is like a little bit of the hard counter to the entire add-on where you get your power lot. But like, given the fact that you have to 4K, and I mean, if the gens get done, I mean, that's only a draw, right? But like 4King on gens does seem a little bit crazy.
Yeah. 4King on gens against Invictus. Like, I just don't know how. It feels such like an insane tall order to have right now for Jason. Like, I don't really know how you possibly manage this. If you can somehow pull something out here, I think even getting a tie here would be like absurd. Like, I feel like you'd have to feel really great about it. So I think they're probably gonna be playing for whatever they can get. And I hope for Sinner's sake that they didn't use like maybe one of like the better like, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think like who's like the current highest killers they have. I guess like Dracula, Billy, Kaneki. You know,
Kaneki,
like if they
Kaneki could also be a choice, right? I mean, he can hold stuff quite well, especially if survivors are injured. But like, oh, it's so hard. You need such fast chases.
And I think those connected tiles in the middle would make it really hard for him. Like, I feel like it would be very hard to, like, if they just run to those middle tiles, it'd probably be very hard to get down fast. So, yeah. And then also, like, if you use him here, like, again, that's what I'm saying. If they did use him here, they don't have him for some of these later maps. Like, I'm kind of looking at some of the later maps, and like, definitely he would be strong on a lot of those. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what we see here, because I'm a little, I feel like, again, no matter what, it feels like Invictus is in such a good spot here that they're probably gonna take the set. So at this point, it almost kind of like, again, like, not that I'm dooming too hard, because obviously WeJason could make something happen, but it almost feels like we're chucking away a killer here just to like some extent. So I'm curious to see who it is, and that's an interesting one. Interesting. We have the old Uno reverse now, and we have Krasue on WeJason, and it's not actually a different build, not running the same build we've seen every single time.
Okay, interesting. That might be an adaptation, I'll be honest. Maybe he came in here wanting to play endgame, but like, I don't know, can you even do that? Like, if one survivor gets out, it's over. So I don't know, maybe he switched it up last second.
Yeah, might be. He does get the hit on the Pedro though, so gets a good start. Does have the solution. I don't know if I don't know if now's the time to say this. I actually don't like the solution of this killer. I don't think this killer
Damn.
needs the solution, bro. Oh,
Wait, what?
wait.
Was it?
was
Did it
Illusion
already run
gone?
out? Wait, did someone else vault the pallet to get rid of the
Oh,
solution?
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, someone
Invictus.
used it up across the map. That's so good.
Invictus crazy on the teamwork.
Yeah, because the only requirement is that you're in hair radius. So, but again, this is why I don't think the solution's that good. Because I just don't think it's needed. Like, I feel like you can get down. Like, the killer's 4.8 with like crazy, like the craziest camera placement I've ever seen on a killer. Like, it's so hard to stay alive against this killer even without the solution. So, like, I just don't like the perk, and I feel like you can run you can run better things. But I mean, look, I won't argue with the results people are getting.
These are some very interesting builds we see. We see 2 shoulders, we see 2 delis, and I think I saw 4 live being brought. I don't think I've ever seen live being brought in this journey before. That might be the first time.
That is interesting, yeah. Yeah, which is bizarre. We've seen a lot of overcomes. We've seen like even some like sprint bursts early on. But yeah, like there's a lot of live stacking here. And Kexo now in chase. I feel like Invictus has the builds for this, right? I think they know they just have to make sure that nothing weird happens, no like crazy tunnel outs or anything.
Yeah.
Like as long as they just don't let like the standard 4K path happen, then they're probably in the clear, right? Especially with having 4 fast tracks. This feels like a very strong position for them.
Yeah, this is also
Spitz.
deliverance. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
has Deli up.
yeah, I don't know. Can you really tunnel? I mean, their shoulder, 2 shoulders, in fact. Like, I mean, like, how do you tunnel this? Like, even if you were to go for Pedro here, you would have 5 hook stages in total, unless you magically manage to body block.
Yeah. It's I almost feel like I think if we were gonna go for like a standard build like this, that like wasn't like I don't know like endgame, I kind of would have liked to see Queen Scepter being used and maybe seeing if you can like catch them slipping on a body block or something. I mean, Invictus is not really a team that I would expect to slip on a body block, but you know it could happen to anybody.
Sure.
This was interesting because like was this kind of the meta? Like I'm not really sure why Kexo was kind of like playing for this before the killer even went into head form and kind of ate an infection for free, and now Jason can just give it to him.
To be honest, it's a little bit risky here because he cannot vault. I mean, he can vault, but he's gonna die.
Yep. I think he was hoping to get his Lithe off maybe, but was not able to do it fast enough. And interesting that Jason wants to find Pedro. He wants more. Oh, and he finds him. Oh, the slow vault. Oh, but it doesn't work.
I mean, is there 3 gen left on the side? I mean, there are 2
I'm not
gens.
sure.
Is there a 3rd one? Or is it completely split now? I mean, kind of. Wait,
That
no.
Pedro's gets no value. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
The solution's still active, though.
Yup.
Oh.
Oh, it ran out at the end of the vault, I think.
What?
Oh my god. That was like when you start kicking a gen right as Eruption's about to come up or whatever. That's crazy. And they get the shoulder off as well. Dan takes the shoulder. I mean, in theory, you could just add 1 Dan here.
Yeah.
This is not the safest style. I mean, Pedro can play for him, I guess, but this still is a little scary.
Did Dan get away? No, he's still by the tower, right? He is
Yeah, I
by the
think so.
window.
Yep, and that expose lasts for what, 40 seconds, I believe. So it's quite a while, and I think he
Is that
might be
hit?
dead here. Yeah, he's dead here.
Okay, I mean, 1 shoulder off the way, but like Fast Track is gonna kick. They still have everything.
I think Kexo's to their shoulder too. No, I think if he can get a down onto him, he is infected still too and broken. Like he's just now getting a mushroom. So if you could get a down onto Kexo and deny that shoulder, I guess it's somewhat still. I mean, we still need pretty much everything to go your way if you're Jason here to win this. I feel like. Find Spitz.
Spitz still with Delhi though. This is like such a dead chase in terms of pressure.
Yep. But again, it's so hard because as Jason, you don't know, right? Like you know he's fresh hooks. So you're like, oh, he could be shoulder, right?
I mean,
like
shoulder and Fast Track is like such a devious combination because there's nothing you can really do as a killer. You have to split the hooks. It's not even your choice.
Yep. Oh, and then plot twist to force Deli too. Classic Spitz, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, Spitz and plot twist name a better combo. You know, I don't.
He's doing it again.
That's his duo right there, bro. That's his duo. Him and plot twist. And now again, yeah, because you're right. Look, the stages right now, it's 4 refreshes. I mean, he didn't want it to be 4 refreshes, but it's 4 refreshes. You know, like there's just no way to stop it with all these shoulders in play. So, yeah, I mean, every hook now just giving more fast track. Nobody really close to death at all, and only 1 gen left. This feels like it's slipping farther and farther away from being realistic at this point. Like at this point, I don't think it is actually possible. Like I feel like you would need to get like 2 or 3 downs within the next like minute, and I just don't think that's gonna happen with this team. That was a good bounce. Live getting Kexo distance up, but Jason doesn't even stay. He goes across the map. Yeah, they have so much gen progress now. I don't think there's any world where you can make this work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were being chased, but like, yeah, this is like impossible. That's gonna split them up.
Ooh, shot over his head.
Fakes the dodge, and now he's at a pallet.
Ooh.
Wow. Are you going
Good.
for slug?
Yeah, good normal play there from Jason, just like normal on 1 play. But yeah, I mean, you kind of have to slug, but look at all this progress, bro. Like it's yeah. Pedro's already waiting on the gate. They pretty much know, yeah.
If a single survivor escapes, it's cooked. And actually, Jason kind of reading that Pedro's around.
Yeah, he honestly read this really well, and Spitz was down over here too. So like, but again, it's like you said, like it only matters to a certain extent because if anybody just gets on a gate, opens it, and leaves, then it's just over. So the win con is just so easily met. And the plot twist here is really smart as well. I love that.
I think Team Invictus is the only team that really utilized plot twist to such an extent.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like it's such a strong perk to like force pickups, right? Like I feel like we've not seen other people utilize it quite as well as they have for sure. It's one of those awkward perks where I feel like when you run it, like I feel like a lot of people when they run it just forget that they have it in the moment, right? Like I feel like when you're, I feel like when you're in that moment, you're like, okay, I'm trying to stay alive, like you're trying to find any way to stay alive. That it takes a lot of awareness to be in the moment, be like, oh yeah, just plot twist, you know? And yeah, gates open. There goes Spitz. That's officially over. Invictus will take this set too, and they're now up 2-1. So, honestly, Sinner started us out with a win, and I was getting kind of pumped because I think Invictus probably the favorites here, right? Like, I mean, I think they're the favorites in almost every tourney. They're probably widely considered the #1 team right now.
Yeah.
So it's a little exciting to see Sinners win the first set because you're like, uh-oh, hold on a minute, you know? But Invictus clapping back now in a big way, and I feel like the momentum is on their side.
I mean, Blood is out of the way. I think, honestly, losing Blood is kind of crazy for Sinners, to be honest. I think that's definitely in this setting by far the strongest killer.
Yeah.
And with Nurse being banned, so yeah, maybe the next one is going to be a little bit more even.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Next map is Dead Dog, by the way. So we might be here for a while, Tofu.
Yeah. I still don't know. Can you make that work? Like, I don't know because like, okay. Well, I think last time we saw that, I think we saw Nightlight run that last week, right? But he ran like an end game build or something, I believe.
Yes, but I have gotten a DM. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, I can't talk too much about it because I don't want to put anyone at a disadvantage. But we did misunderstand Nightlight's build a little bit and like his goal, and like because we are like confused because they're. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And again, I feel like this is definitely the kind of killer where I feel like, especially with someone like Nightlight who's so clean on that killer, I feel like, again, especially considering you need to kind of like reach and use some killers that aren't necessarily going to be the strongest at some point in this tournament. I feel like this is probably the spot for it, right? Like we still have 3 more maps after this, so if you want to save, like I mean, I think they still have Dracula, they still have Kaneki, they still have Dracula, Kaneki, and Billy, so they still have 3 strong killers. Like if you use Singu here, if you're Invictus, then you still have 3 like very, very high tier killers for the last 3 maps. So yeah, that might be the play. Okay,
if you want to theocraft a little bit, I would think that Rotten Fields has to be Billy. I think if you don't send Billy on this map, you're on a severe disadvantage because it is, in my opinion, like the best map to farm overdrive. The tiles are playable nowadays. And yeah, that's going to be the play. Then we have, I think that's Cold Tower, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Groaning. It's Groaning Storehouse and then
Oh.
Chapel are the last two. Yeah.
Okay. Where do we play Kaneki then? Is I guess Groaning, maybe?
Yeah, I mean Groaning. I feel like Groaning does kind of require like a mobility killer. I feel like it's a pretty big map, right? Yeah, I feel like you would do like Dracula Chapel, Kaneki, Groaning, and then
Yeah.
Billy Rotten Fields. I guess. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's probably what I would see. Yeah. And then that just leaves Dead Dog to be whatever you want it to be, right? Where I feel like again on Invictus we can see Singularity. How like are Sinners going to be comfortable with something like Singu? I mean, we're going to see Sinners on Killer first, as a matter of fact, right? So
Henry is still open too. Can hold gens quite
True.
well for Sinners, not for Invictus because they lost it on Midwich against the Dredge.
that's a good point. We did see that Dredge pick. Like I feel like that Dredge pick that I think that opens up another. Yeah, like I think leaving Henry open does leave that open. I feel like Henry is still so like. I feel like this tournament does show that I think Henry is not like. It's. I think when he gets kicked out of power, it just slows him down so much. It's hurt him so much. But actually, we are gonna see Singularity for Jason.
Okay.
So
I think, isn't this the same build Nightlight ran last time? We have a full endgame Singularity on the Dead Dog.
yeah, I don't. Did we see denied requisite form? I can't remember. Like we do have the early game add-on where everyone's paused, where everyone's potted.
Yeah.
Plant fibers, I believe, is the other add-on that makes the pallets break faster when you teleport on them. And he's only set one pot. This is kind of interesting gameplay right now. Like he only set one pot. He's kind of just walking around right now. Kind of interesting to see. I mean, I think he's trying to find the potted people to get a chase early, but it's kind of interesting to not set up any pods anywhere really, other than the one.
Wait, what? This is like, what are we witnessing right now?
Yeah, right. Like we're watching like Trapper Singularity gameplay right now. I'm kind of confused.
Like not setting up the map while traveling, that's a little bit odd. That's what I would expect, or like what is the usual. I don't know if Jason is like comfortable on this killer. Like looking back, I don't think I've ever seen Sinners play Singularity.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like I don't know if I have either. And this is one of those killers that I feel like if you're not super comfortable with them might be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
So we could maybe see that here, but he gets a pretty quick chase on a Dan here. They did EMP him initially, but Dan just gonna probably gladly throw every pallet if he can. Look at that gen progress already, dude.
Yeah.
Already so much.
Oh, he gets that vault too, and now he's at the pallets. Does he vault again? Oh my god, he's playing this too well.
Yup, and now he can make this pallet, although can delay it a little bit longer, but he should be dead here. Yeah, he's just gonna go edge map to die, I believe. I mean, that's so much gen progress. They pop one gen, the second gen's pretty much about to pop here soon from Pedro. So very strong early game. And again, like you said earlier, the fact that he wasn't setting up while walking means that like after this hook, he doesn't really have any pods like pre-set up to really pressure anything other than the one. I think he's up the one near main and that was it.
Yeah.
So a bit odd. They have Circle of Healing, by the way. Boon Circle of Healing. That's our first time I think we've seen a boon in the whole tournament, I believe.
Balanced landing, Circle of Healing. I think they are expecting a 3-genning situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, Tofu, we're missing one part though. Actually, I just realized there's no terminus in play. Like this is like this is actually like not the build Nightlight ran. There's one major difference is I think it's Nord instead of terminus.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I mean Pedro definitely didn't, or Jason definitely didn't fall for the chain ball tech there from Pedro. So I mean, he does seem to be like a little comfortable here, at least for sure.
Yeah.
Pedro does get hit. Is he trying to 1-for-1? He's like running towards the hook. Okay, no, peels away now. I guess he is gonna 1-for-1. What?
That's
wow. Yeah, I'm surprised he allowed that. I don't think he would have got that if he would have held W after him. And he was running towards the hook. I'm a little surprised by Jason's path in there.
Yeah, not denying that. This is huge pressure because the other two did not have to rotate off at all. This might be the first time Invictus is not bringing the luck bait.
Yeah, which is interesting as well too. Well, I think last game as well, maybe with all the shoulders and everything they had.
Yeah, you're right. True.
I honestly maybe Pedro not getting it that one time has changed their tune on it. Maybe they're like, you know what? Actually, let's not run these builds anymore. I don't know. Jason setting up his third pot of the match. Let's go.
He's actually just chasing. Like he doesn't care about anything else. He's literally playing chase Singularity, 0 pots on gens, like no aspiration to just like even contest the map, it seems like.
Yeah. He's literally just playing like, it's you basically said it like perfectly right. It's just like aggressive chasing you, basically. It's very interesting. I mean, I guess maybe that's the idea is like with the perks, you just get some downs, then try to secure some stages end game, and then walk out with like a kind of like high mid result, and then hope your survivor team can beat it, I guess. Like, I mean, that's the plan. I mean, for the record, I do think holding a 3-gen on this map with all the gen perks they have, like, I think all the fast track they have, for instance, you know, if they're like dumping those into like the important gens, has to make that like impossible to actually hold. Like, I don't know if there's any actual way to hold a 3-gen on this map with all these perks.
I mean, okay, so we are on the Obsession. Rancor's in play. Only one Remember Me stack so far. I mean, do you just want to, like, sit on top of the domed Obsession then? Like,
yeah, right, I guess. I mean, with how the game is going right now, I think yes.
surely the gen
Like,
is 99 at this point. Like, this chase took so long.
Yeah, you would think. And the fact that everybody's so injured too, like no one's taking time to reset, it seems pretty likely, yeah.
What we're gonna do now? Yeah, I think I just heard the gen. It is definitely 99.
To be fair, he died so deep in the corner that maybe it's interesting. He could pot him. Yeah, he could like pot around the gen. Like you put one on the cactus. Honestly, if you put like multiple pods around where he slugs.
I mean, I think it was played from lead out, right? Surely. Like, I don't think you're ever gonna hook this.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like he's kind of like building a surveillance system around the slug. I don't know if it's the smartest thing from Kexo to die in the corner. Because getting out of the corner with like nothing anywhere nearby is gonna be hard.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like in this scenario when they have the Gen 99, like again, like dying in corner is good for like popping the Gen if you really need it or whatever to buy like a little bit more time. But yeah, here is not. Is he taking basement and drop him? I think he does.
Do you actually hook? There's no way you hook, right? No way. We
Right
actually
way.
do hook. Okay.
Yep, and I guess for the no way out stack, I mean, I don't know. Kind of interesting. They put up another boon.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing else to do, I guess. Get some blood
Yeah,
points.
true, yeah.
Okay. Wow, so far, like, if Kexo were to die here, that's 5 stages. Does he even have ports on both gates?
Yep, we have no way out and only 2 stacks Remember Me though, so not that many. Like the gates are not gonna go that much slower here for the survivors. So,
well, the gates are kind of like almost a little bit controllable, and he has the Noad right next to the. Oh my god, this is godlike Noad energy though.
Yeah,
He's
that's
right
insane.
on top of the down.
Wow, him snuffing that boon got him a lot of value because that was booned at one point, but yeah, he stuffed it and then it instantly turned into Noad. So I mean, high value.
Wait, if you think about it, booning that totem was a massive misplay.
True, yeah, because you're like kind of taking away a Noad spawn. That is true, yeah. To be fair, that like the where he booned was also a decent Noad spawn, so maybe they just like wanted to get rid of that and maybe was hoping it would be like towards the bottom.
Oh, I don't know if they saw that coming. I'll be honest, because no, this is not good, and this is kind of suck, no?
It's running in. This is kind of sketch, no?
Spitz does have Deli, I believe, so...
He does not have Deli, no.
No, he doesn't. That's a teleport! No, it's not.
Oh,
if you teleport that.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a good teleport, but I think he was maybe too afraid to send it. But even here, I mean, you can hook Pedro near this Noad too, and then I still feel like they can't do anything, right? If you hook him even like right here, yeah, I mean, I think this is close enough to protect Noah. Yeah, they had to just leave.
7 stages?
7 stages. Not bad. Honestly, not bad at all.
They're kind of saying that Nightlight can do better, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much, but also I also feel like at that point of the match, I also think they just don't have much of a choice, right? Like I feel like there's no way you save Pedro there. It was a little interesting that they even positioned the way they did. Like I'm kind of surprised they didn't just play for the gates and let him die in basement. You know what I mean? Like I feel like leaving out of that with 5 stages, I feel like feels pretty good. So the fact that they like played so risky and so aggressive, I mean, I don't know. I find it like I know you keep saying that they might not expect Noad. I don't know how you don't expect Noad if they already have like No Way Out and Remember Me and all this, right?
Okay,
like,
you're right.
Like I do feel like they had to at least be somewhat thinking about it.
The thing is, they probably scrimped against Nightlight, right? Nightlight runs the very same build, but he has Terminus instead of Noad, and I don't think that anyone injured. So I don't know if you even know. Does the person on hook see it?
Yeah, I think the person on hook gets broken, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So
Oh, okay.
I think, but do they know that? I mean, again, that's like information that I feel like it's hard to know because it's like one of those weird perks you only run into sometimes, and like that exact scenario too. But I'm almost positive that the person on the hook does get it. Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah, it's just it is odd. Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have been caught off guard, but I'm still like, I guess I'm still just surprised. I mean, maybe Pedro was just positioning in case he like hard sent one of the gates, right? But I'm just surprised to see them even playing so risky and not just taking the 5 stages, because 5 stages would have been, I think, a great result there for the driver side. And now instead, 7 I feel like is workable. Like I feel like if you're Sinners, this feels like, yeah, we could probably do something about this, right? I mean, again, the only killers that we really have here are like Singu or maybe Dracula or something. Again, I feel like it has to be Singu for Invictus, but I mean, hard to say. Because yeah, I mean, regardless of who it is, though, I feel like if you just have a good, solid game, I mean, we've seen what these perks can do.
So Invictus was very convinced that Singularity is the best pick for this map, and they were not happy with the result they saw last time. They thought, well, there was a little bit of miscommunication, and yeah, we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see an interesting strategy. I don't know if they're actually gonna pull it off, but like it might not be the 3-genning we're expecting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I still don't think 3-genning is possible here. Like, if it, I'd be very impressed if they did it. I just feel like with fast, like again, something we noticed like throughout the tournament is that once we get down to 1 gen left, and once the spectator starts going to the survivors, the gens are all like, I don't know, like almost half of them are like blown off the back, and you can't do anything. I don't know how you're supposed to hold that when the gens get done in like 40 or 50 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way. And again, the like internal timers that you have and everything, like so much of holding 3 gens works off that like internal timer, right? People like Nightlight who have such good game sense will have like this exact like, okay, I can leave this gen for X amount of time and I know I won't lose it. All that goes out the window when you have fast track, prove, BNPs, all that. Like, you just cannot use that internal timer at all. So yeah, I feel like there's no way we see 3-gen, but that also, yeah, that makes me curious. Like, what are we gonna see then? Like, because again, you were saying that we were misunderstanding the strategy they were using before, so I'm curious what it was. Like, I don't know. I mean, these are very, very smart players. I feel like Invictus is definitely the kind of team that does really interesting things sometimes and makes it work. Nightlight especially, I feel like is a killer that can make almost anything work in like bizarre ways. Yeah. So
last time he was kind of holding a 3-gen by main, but not really. And then, I mean, he did get the win, but barely, and they almost lost that set to Umbrella. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I would be surprised if we don't see endgame Singularity.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting thing from this whole tournament too, is how popular endgame builds have been. Like, I guess it's not horribly surprising. Like, it's not like the most surprising thing ever, but I guess I expected like corrupt, you know, like a corrupt DMS paid res or pop every game or something. You know what I mean? So it is interesting to see that like the endgame builds are very. I mean, again, we saw endgame blight. Like, that's so interesting. Like, that is not what I would expect in this tournament.
Yeah, I was also like, if you are not confident and you want to hunt stages, like you said, I would also go Corrupt, Pain Res, Grim Embrace, these kind of parks. Not really and maybe a Nowhere Out even. Like, and I still feel like that has to be the better choice. Like, even after watching Endgame Blight, I feel like there's like, you just get the Fresh Ox, then you have 1 more minute Endgame, and you should get the stages. And if you have a great result, maybe you can even get more. But yeah, Endgame does seem to be the meta.
To be fair, we saw that from Pedro. Like, Pedro did run he had No Way Out. That was his only endgame perk. He had a pretty normal build on Blight, and he definitely made it work. So yeah, I mean, I still think it's up in the air. That's the thing. Like, I think we're gonna leave this tournament and still not be 100% sure what the most like effective, efficient thing is, right? Like, we're kind of seeing some things work sometimes, and some things, you know, like not work other times. Like, I think that's what's so great about this, is that we're still not gonna be 100% even after this tournament's done. Yeah. So it's, I don't know. I find it really, really fascinating, honestly. And yeah, here we go. The same build again.
All right, Nightlight, same build, but we already, I mean, this is the very same part, but yeah, Jason literally played Chase Singularity. No thought about holding the map at all. And I think Nightlight's going to play a little bit different.
Yep, although he does find some chasers right away. So he does have that 1 pod, and I mean, you kind of can't deny this, right? You have this early game battle, and they're already here. Oh, Gustavo not throwing that pallet, greeting a little bit, and paying the price for it.
Is that overcome once again?
Yeah, it feels like it might be. Holding that really well. Like, he will get TP. Oh, no, it's live. Live, actually, yeah. Great play on that pallet. Plant Fiber's going to get good value here from Nightlight. He'll be able to recover from that a bit quicker. Yep, TP's on him again right away, and he should be dead here, I believe. Oh, well, he'll be dead now.
Damn, does that gen in the middle get done? I think that's the gen that's almost done.
Oh. Wait,
Wow.
if there's a Pedro is close? Or no, I guess there's no Pedro is.
No, we're full end game. We're invested into the game plan.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot. But even still, if that would have got interrupted, that could have been kind of scary. That one pod that got set getting value, that's interesting to see. One singular pod set before that chase, and he instantly gets a teleport run afterwards. So, kind of not really sure what that means from Sinners, but...
I say I'm pretty surprised here, not getting EMP, instantly getting on that gen, and like kind of not ready for it. Even though it was balanced landing in play, did not really get ready.
It's yeah, right? That was the only pod he had up. And they didn't get, not only did they not get EMPs, but they also worked with the gen, the only gen that had a pod on it.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. I don't know. Kind of weird. They have Sabo on the build. From Wee Jason, by the way. That's interesting. That's another thing I was wondering if we were going to see, like I thought this tourney, was any like Saboing hooks, but we haven't seen any of it.
True, actually.
And Bucky goes down.
Nobody interested in Saboing.
Well, Bucky goes down, and Nightlight is getting a lot of hooks fast right now. This feels like, I don't even know if you need, like, again, this is another one of those times where we have endgame perks where I'm like, do we even need the endgame perks? Like, he's kind of just dominating chases right now. I mean, a lot of this was from the early game add-on, and they are all EMP cleansed. I don't really know what word to use. So maybe this kind of slows down a little bit now, but so far this is a really strong chase for an end game build. Considering the win con right now is 7 stages more fresh,
True.
This is a very fast start.
Wee Jason, the only survivor that has not been hooked yet.
Yeah, and that fresh hook will be really important here, considering it'll change the win con from 7 to 8 stages, or so I should say, sorry, from 8 to 7. Bend it on that main gen. Ooh. Gustavo eats a hit there.
She might have not expected that.
Yeah.
Nightlight is ready to venture out that much.
Yep. Yeah, because giving a free tag there is definitely not what you want. And at this point, putting the pressure on Wee Jason, kind of forcing him to have to trade if he wants to save. Bucky was probably going to go struggle. I don't think they're in position for this. He knew that Bennett was on min. Oh, the anti-cam is going up high. Oh, maybe that's what they were trying to do.
Bro,
I think they were trying to pressure him into. I mean, I think maybe that's why Wee Jason ran through, was to try to force him to be back on top of Shaq.
I mean, if he goes back one more time, anti-camp's going to kick trigger for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Wee Jason gets away.
Do you go back? Oh, is Nightlight aware of how close anti-camp is? He should never go back to that Shaq.
Yeah, that would be crazy if so. I feel like managing anti-campus killer has got to be one of like the hardest things in this entire game.
Yeah.
Because there's no way for you to know what the bar is, right? You have no visual. There's no possible way for you to know.
Oh, he's running through Shaq. This is going to be anti-cam, right? Surely.
Yeah, I think so. As long as he runs away now while Nightlight's still here.
No.
Oh, he now forced on top of him though. Well, I think I feel like they're playing around anti-camp, like relying on it. And this might come back to bite him. Is there a world where Nightlight is aware of this and doesn't let them have it?
Dude, yeah.
Oh my
We're
god.
not getting that. I think he's might die in that basement.
Oh my god. He's just gonna die because no one.
Wow.
This is so smart from Nightlight. It probably takes, and he's just dead. Bro, there's like the amount of restraint it must take to see somebody like about to die in basement and knowing that, oh yeah, I mean, someone's probably gonna go save him, right? And just being like, nah, I'm just gonna like go chase people. Like, nah, I'm just gonna go chase people, whatever. Yeah. That was such a good awareness.
Since we're relatively close to endgame, maybe I can explain it. So Nightlight's strategy for this game is to not hold 3 gens. He wants to do the same, but he's holding 2 gates. And that was the gameplay last time too, where you kind of he wants to hold something forever, but it's not the gens, it's the gates. But it kind of backfired last time. Like Umbrella almost got it done, and yeah, they were not happy with how it went last time. But we might not even get to that point, given the state of the game.
Oh no, Wee Jason. Yeah, I don't think we're getting there. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just Gustavo who's injured, and we know where he is. So yeah, this game's actually over. This actually ends up being a 4K1 with an end game build too.
So, like,
What?
the theory is to slug, by the way. That's what Dan
Yeah.
explained me. So what they want to do is like slug, Terminus, you can't really heal back up. And yeah, with the survivors unable to reset and you being able to set pods, the theory is that you should win if one survivor is dead.
Yeah, I remember I tested this whenever Haywire first came out,
Yeah.
because I remember that was like the worry about Haywire was them holding gates forever. And yeah, it definitely seemed like it seemed like even in a 4-man, it was like very difficult, but like somewhat doable. But yeah, if it was a 3v1, yeah, it was basically like free.
Compare that to now, though, you don't have the mending add-on, which does make a little bit of a difference.
True,
To force
yeah, true.
survivors off the gates, but yeah, they'll walk out for Nightlight. They're gonna take the set.
Yep, that's gonna be a man. This was such a good performance, man. Like again, a Singu 4K wanting is essentially perkless. I mean, it was basically, I mean, Rancor information, I guess was all there was. So near perkless, and still gets the 4K1 here is very, very impressive from Nightlight.
Yeah, the
He
thing
is playing so well today.
I mean, you can't see the anti-camp bar, right, on Killer. You cannot know. But like, if
Yeah.
someone ever goes second and you cannot play around that hook, if you go anywhere near that, it's gonna be zooming because there's a, like, it exponentially increases the longer you spend next to the hook, and that doesn't reset if the survivor goes second stage. So well played by him playing around that. Yeah, even then it would have been hard for Team Sinners here to get much done, but either way, well played.
Yeah, I do think that was very impressive, but I do think, yeah, I mean, for the record, I think he was also just getting a lot of like free tags as well on people. Like he was kind of just dominating the game from all fronts, to be honest with you. Like even if they got the unhook basement, he was still in a pretty winning position. So yeah, I don't know. The early game was just insane. He just had pressure on him from start to finish, and that was just, I don't know, a wild set from Nightlight. And this kind of puts Sinners in an awkward spot now, right? I think Invictus is now up 3-1, so I think it's game point for Invictus. No, yeah, because they won. Yeah, they won everything other than Midwich so far. So yeah, they won the last 3 in a row. Bloodlodge, Suffolk, and Dead Dog. So yeah, we're going into Rotten Fields now with Invictus up 3-1. So Sinners needs to reverse sweep now if they want to win this. So that's not a fun spot to begin against Invictus. That's for sure.
Rotten Fields. I mean, I've seen where Jason play Billy. He's definitely good at it. I think even Sinners picks, they at least used to pick Billy sometimes. I've seen it in tournaments. And yeah, I'm so sure. I mean, maybe you send Kaneki here, but I feel like it's gonna be Billy.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotta be Billy.
Are you gonna be scared of slugging here? That's the question.
Ugh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've not seen it very much outside of Plot Twist. I think we've seen Plot Twist on builds. Outside of Plot Twist, we've still seen no anti-slug on anybody. To be fair, if you have multiple Plot Twists, that is a good bit of anti-slug in and of itself. So like, maybe that is just enough. But yeah, I don't know. I would also feel the same way. I feel like Billy feels like the likely choice for both sides, if I had to guess. Again, I know Dan plays a pretty good Billy. I know I've seen it a couple times in like showcases that you've done. I don't think I've ever actually, the thing about Dan's Billy that I'm kind of, okay, if we see Dan's Billy, I don't think I've ever actually seen Dan's Billy in a tournament. I think I've seen him do like showcases for you.
Really?
I know he's good. Yeah, but I've never actually seen it in a tournament.
He played a lot of Billy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's a thing. I just have not seen it personally myself yet, so I guess I'm just kind of excited to see it. I think if we see it.
DBD League, like I think it was the losers finals was Invictus versus Elysium, and that was Billy versus Xeno. That was pretty impressive, but both killers only got 4 stages. So Billy in a comp setting, I don't know, it does seem pretty hard. Like, even though we have crossping here, which might make it a little bit easier, but oftentimes it's really hard to always win those 50s if the survivors play well, and especially with brand new parts.
Yeah,
I don't know how strong we're gonna be. I don't think we're gonna see slugging, to be honest. I think it's way too risky, because if you start slugging and you get nothing on the scoreboard, right? Like, there's no fresh hook, there's nothing. So either you get a 4K or you're probably gonna get 2 stages and you're going home. So I don't know if either killer's gonna be willing to take the risk.
Yeah, probably not. Like, I think slugging is a very all or nothing strategy, right? Yeah, like you either get like a huge explosion of pressure that results in you basically 4King, or you get like nothing at all. I feel like you have to take the hooks. And I think it's kind of like you said, like Billy is a killer that kind of requires you to win like some of these like weird 50s sometimes with the chainsaw to get the downs. And I think, again, these builds that we're going to have on the survivors are going to be so punishing if you're not winning those 50s, right? Like if you just lose too many 50s back to back, suddenly all the gens are done and you're like, oh, game's over, huh? You know? So I think with how punishing the survivor builds are, and also, also the fact that Anti Slug could be in play, and all these factors, I think it would be kind of wild to slug here. I think you have to just kind of take your hooks and try to get a good result. I mean, I feel like there's not as much pressure on Invictus's killers since they're currently up 3-1, right? They don't really, like, even if they lose a set, they're still alive. So that does take a little bit of pressure off them as well, where I think they could probably just take like a nice safe result and not really stress about it too much. Whereas I feel like maybe on Sinner's side is when they have to be a little bit more worried about what they're, fully committing to and what result they're actually trying to achieve.
Well, one thing that's very interesting, the absolute anti-slug puck of choice this tournament has been Plot Twist, actually. Like, a lot of people consider like Unbreakable to be like the #1 anti-slug, but Plot Twist, it drops so much pressure if used well, and these teams definitely showed like how it's used well. Especially Invictus has brought it a couple times, and yeah, every time they brought it, like the moment you go down, you just press Plot Twist, and you can't really leave the survivor there, right? Like if it's Unbreakable in play, you can still leave them, and there's 30 seconds of downtime. Plot Twist, you literally have to hook, and like the Plot Twist doesn't even deactivate, right? Like it kind of like completely denies the slug pressure, and like 1 or 2 survivors have it, then I think snowballing is completely impossible.
I mean, it does deactivate if they actually use it, but like if they use it, then they're also full HP.
Yeah.
So it's like not only did you not get the hook, but they're like full health. Yeah, it's like it is honestly like Unbreakable on steroids if you actually just are disciplined about using it. I think the teams have really shown that. It's very interesting to see because I mean UB is the obvious choice I think most people think of, but yeah, Plot Twist has been incredibly strong, and yeah, here we go.
So we see Dance Billy, and we see, wow, okay, this is the stage hunting build that I kind of expected to be more popular this tourney. Barbecue and Chili together with Grim Embrace, DMS, and Painless. Okay.
Yeah, I do think Barbecue is a little bit of the interesting choice here, but I mean, again, with a huge map like this, I don't think that's too crazy. I was actually kind of wondering, I think this might be a little insane, but I was kind of wondering if somebody was, oh my God, Daniel, buddy, holy, what was I even saying? I destroyed my thought process. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Jesus, Dan. That was a nasty curve.
Dan is really proficient on Billy. He plays pups and he knows how to carve all of those loops, which might give him a big advantage, honestly.
Yeah, it's a big thing too. I think a lot of, I mean, I'm sure you know that a lot of Billy play is just kind of like knowing these loops and like where to send like the curves and how the collision is around certain objects. Like for instance, this couch you can slide off of like that. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
He's insane with it.
Yeah, that's so clean. It's funny too because I know me and you both play Billy, so we literally see this coming, right? Like we know that wall slidey. We're like, oh, here it comes. Oh. Yeah, that's so. I mean, this is such a strong start, dude. Like, again, Sinners needs to win this set too. So like, I feel like if you're Sinners, this is like you're going kind of panic mode now, right? You're like, oh God.
Overdrive is active. There's no pallet here.
Yep. Oh,
he fakes it.
That movement was so clean, bro. Oh, I heard that some killer player released a new movement video on YouTube. I think Dan might have watched it.
maybe. Yeah. Third hook. Oh, I think that's like almost no progress, right? On the gens so far, at least.
Yeah. I mean, they're still at 5 gens. Grim's been blocking it over. Like again, Pain Res and Grim. Dude, I think the gens have been grimmed more than they've been ungrimmed at this point. Like, oh my God.
Dude, we're going for the world record fastest Grim Embrace proc. No.
Oh yeah, no, at least Fendi. For a second, I thought we were going to as well. Yeah. Oh, shows up here though. Correct. I feel like this was so smart too. I mean, he didn't have blue, and oh my God, he's playing it so well. He didn't have blue, and he was on Fended at a pretty decent tile. So yeah, I mean that chase not looking the greatest. So he just leaves, and he has blue. He has faster recovery. Shows up right on top of Gustavo. He just gets nowhere. Dan just playing this so well.
Yeah, once again. This is like Pop Billy right now, to be honest. Like,
it's
like Barbecue.
Actually, am I watching Michael Jackson right now or Dan? Like, what's going on here? Holy. And we Jason gonna be in some trouble here. These pallets hard to play. M1 dead hard. Okay. That helps him out a bit.
Does he make Shaq here? Not cleanly. Oh, he actually just is. Okay.
Yeah. But goes down immediately afterwards, though. Can't go anywhere. The first gen is just now popping. And we're getting the 5th hook stage. Is going to be the 2nd survivor death hook?
Yeah,
like,
I think
what?
The survivors might be overdosing on fast track stacks right now.
Yeah, like actually, yeah. Having to dump some of those. They are going to pop that gen now. Gustavo playing close and careful.
All right. I mean, we have 2 death hooks. Actually.
Oh my God. He just wins everything. This is insane.
Did Gustavo fail to unlock himself? Why is he second stage? Did I miss
No,
it?
he that two he chainsawed across the map and
Oh,
it
yeah,
got.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
yeah.
he left Fed and just instantly redowned him. He's just everywhere, bro. I mean, again, Dan's just everywhere and getting down so fast that it literally feels that way. Like, he has 3 people death hook now.
Overdrive is active. 9 stacks on Claudette. Need to apply those stacks before Dan gets another down.
Oh, and here we have the slidey wall again. Oh, almost blocked him into the corner, but not quite. Oh, okay. I don't know what he was going for there, but that was spicy.
I think I want to break that pallet.
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead and break it now. Jason still hanging out, but he's gonna leave that chase. Jason's still a dead hard up as well. Finds Fed it, and again, not death hook survivor, but also still like every chase is good now. It's either a death or a 4th grim stack. You know, either way, it's good. Oh my God, so patient with the sawtooth. They're doing such a good job of using it for zoning. This could be a pain res and the 4th stack of grim as well, which could be, yep, it'll be both. So 40 seconds of block gens incoming. He'll see the aura of Gustavo as well.
And he's death hook.
Yep.
Tries to cancel tech the pallet there. Doesn't quite get the break.
But he's still good to zone him
same
here.
position.
Oh,
And Gustavo's scared. He doesn't want to die like that again. He does get the crouch though.
Good vault. And yeah. Oh, offender? Buddy? Tried to get the dead hard for him, but it's going to give him free slug pressure. And he does find Gustavo again, too, so they are in trouble. Oh, great pathing from Gustavo there. That was clean.
Fakes going into the tile. But does he have anything here?
Yeah, Dan didn't bite it that hard. And oh, God, does he make it anywhere after this, though? He's trying to path over to this tile. It's going to be really close. He's got to avoid this. Oh, my God, Gustavo. I think we're seeing why he comes in for the chase sets. He's doing so good here.
Yeah. And we're switching targets, but Jason is also death hook, and I don't think there's many pallets at all in this area.
Yeah, he does have dead hard. Oh, he doesn't even dead hard that. Yeah, he tried to bait it, and Jason didn't even bite it, too. That was actually so good from both sides, actually. Like, wow. And all gens blocked. Wow,
How are the
Sinners.
gens done?
They finally were able to hold a chase for a little bit of time, and they finally got the gens done for it. But Bucky dies, but the rest of them should be probably out. I mean, Gustavo's got a gate almost open.
Wow. Yeah, I think they're probably out on that other gate, right? Surely.
Yeah.
But there's overdrive coming in. Is that on time?
Oh, Jason's trying to make it. Jason's still has dead hard, to be fair. Oh, yeah,
That's a rock.
they make it. Yeah, he collides, yep.
Damn.
Wow, 8 stages, 4 fresh then, final result. I mean, I still feel like that's good, though, for the record. Like, this still feels like a good result for Invictus and Dan. Like, I feel like it definitely felt like it could have been much worse. Like, he was dominating that game. Like, I think that chase on Gustavo, like, Gustavo absolutely saved that game for Sinners there. Like, that chase was phenomenal. Like, if he dies quick there, that's probably like a 4K. Maybe like a 4K 0 or like a 4K 1. But he absolutely saved it with that chase. That was insane from Gustavo. But honestly, Dan still just ate them alive. That was nuts. He played that so good.
That's kind of crazy. The first 3 hooks was 0 gen price for those. And yeah, showed how much potential Billy has, right? If you get those chainsaws in, if you get those survivors on the hook. But at the same time, there's a lot of potential to get ran. And with the brand new parts and fast tracks, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, that's what's so brutal about these, like, you know, like this actual rule set in these builds is that, especially with fast track, bro, I can't wait for that perk to be nerfed. Oh my God. But like, especially with fast track, you cannot have like a single bad chase like mid game if everyone has fast track, or the game just ends. Like, it's crazy, dude. And we saw that exactly there. Like, he was dominating from start to finish. If he does down Gustavo there, then the game is probably over with a 4K. But like, he had that one chase, and then with all the fast track stacks, everybody got it done. So still, though, again, I think that was an incredibly impressive performance from Dan. Like, I feel like I would not be surprised if we see something like a 4 or 5 stage against Billy here, right? Like, it absolutely could happen. But then again, Jason, like you said, does play a lot of Billy. I know I've seen them. Like, I remember when I first got introduced to Jason and Sinners was actually one of your tournaments. I think it was one of the invitationals. And I remember one of the first killers I saw him play was Billy, and he was incredible on it, like very, very strong. So I do know, I feel like when I think of Wee Jason, I think of like a strong Billy player. Like that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I am excited for this. I do think this is the kind of killer that they could come back with, but they need this is kind of the problem, right? Like they have to win this in every other set. So
It's gonna
tough, man.
It's gonna be interesting. Do we see the same build here? Maybe some totems that could also be really, really strong. I mean, what do you think? What if you were Jason here? What do you bring?
Yeah, that's tough, man. I was actually okay. You know what? You actually just reminded me what I was saying before Dan completely destroyed my thought process. I was wondering if there was some kind of is there some weird world? And I think if there is a weird world, I think Wee Jason is the person to do it. Is there some weird world where you run some kind of stealth, Billy, and like chainsaw around edge map or something? You know what I mean? And try to catch people off guard with that, like Apex Muffler, Secret Project Corrupt, or something crazy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you would either need to sacrifice boots or engravings. I don't think you can. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get rid of either add-on because boots gives you that mobility across the map where you can only use a singular chainsaw and actually get where you want to be, build that overdrive up, and engravings just gives you that anti-loop. We saw it in the game. We outplayed Cowtree. We outplayed really strong filler pellets, and that's just like the kind of choice I think you have to do on Billy. I don't think there's much choice to be innovative on add-ons. But I mean, if anyone is innovative on add-ons, it's gonna be Wee Jason. So maybe.
Yeah. I agree. I do feel like the add-ons do seem a little too necessary. That you're probably right. That we probably won't be able to see that. Yeah, but I do think it's probably on the fence between like whether you run a more traditional build like that or maybe like something like totems. I do think totems could make a lot of sense here. I mean, I think you can defend totems like a little bit easier because you can get on the map so easily. I mean, obviously it requires you to not get stuck in chase for a long time, but I do think totems is an option. I don't know if it's just me, but I also struggle to find totems sometimes in the corn. Like sometimes they'll spawn in the stalks of corn, and I mean maybe I'm just old man eyes. I don't know, but sometimes I struggle to find them. So I do feel like it doesn't seem like a horrible map for totems themselves too. I can see it being an option. Maybe. I mean, we know how strong like Ruin is with Thrill and everything. So
to be honest,
absolutely.
Team Invictus so far, I don't think they care about totems at all. I think they bar power through them every single time. So you could literally slot in a single Ruin. Like that one could definitely work. But so far, I feel like Ruin did not really work fast enough on the majority of the sets. And you didn't really get the value that you need to get for that park to really shine.
Yeah, I think that's the problem too. Is like Ruin. I feel like Ruin is like a pressure multiplier, right? Like you need the pressure in order for Ruin to do anything. So like, and if you're already getting pressure, then at that point, like pain res, pop, and everything does like also gets you value too. So it is tough. Like at the end of the day, like no perks are going to matter unless you're winning your 50s and getting your chases, or ending your chases fast. And again, against a team like Invictus, we know how hard that is, right? These players are so strong with Survivor. But again, we Jason maybe could do it. It's just at this point, either build I think would work. It's just going to boil down to these chases and how well he's able to do. If he has like a really explosive start like Dan, then this could still be a thing. But I think he kind of needs that. That's the thing. Yeah. I think if the first down gets delayed by, like, if we see the game going for like I don't know close to a minute without a down, I feel like that's like bordering GG right there. So he needs something here early. Like he needs to come out of the gate and do something very very fast.
One part I really liked about Dan's build is Grim Embrace, because especially in this tournament setting, with the luck build being a thing, there is no rotator for the Anok. And in that case, there are 3 other people who just want to bash gens, and that Grim stack really, really does make a big difference. And we're about to find out what build we're going for.
Of course.
Right,
of course, naturally.
Dude, I did not see that one coming.
I was actually gonna say this, and I was like, probably not. But we saw endgame Blight, and now we see endgame Billy.
All right. Completely going around the map. They probably spawn split again, right? They might be playing very careful of spawn though, considering the fast overdrive does make a big difference. And I think we're already in chase on Pedro. Yep, the pellet's going down.
Stun and the what's it called? Overdrive? Overheat. No, whatever it is. It's almost on. Blue. Overdrive. Yeah, there you go. Overdrive. Good crouch from Pedro.
Taking down one though. But like he said, whoa. I don't know if I like that Tofu, to be honest. Is that fast enough?
Because he has another filler here as well. Because, I mean, now you have to play for an M1 on Pedro, who, again, is one of the better chase players in the world. Gonna zone him.
Rancor has been called out now. Pedro just saw the aura. Wow. And he can connect those tiles. This is like the fast chase he's already getting stuck. This is not looking
Yep.
good at all.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like again, we already have a gen done. Oh my god, that 50 for Pedro. Yeah, like this is, I feel like this is already like nearing GG at this point. Like this chase is so good. Does get hit through that power drop though.
Wait,
He's
we're
slugging.
actually going for slug. Okay. I mean, this is kind of like what we need here. I absolutely agree with Jason's call. We cannot just play default here. The gens are going to be too fast. And this... Oh, he just vaults. No way.
Yeah. Old Spitz always does stuff like that. But he does get the chase immediately afterwards though. Doesn't get cross-check there. So he can go back now. But they already got him up. Again, a team like this is just so hard to form in slug, dude. You really have to like get everyone down instantly.
Oh, I know. Do we want to chase Rocket or Pedro, two top tier 1v1 players? They're probably going to make it really hard on those tiles.
Oh, Pedro gets away with that as well. And again, okay, like here's the issue. If you're going for a 4-man slug, every person you show up to has to die in like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Like Pedro winning that window is already enough because we see that gets spits up. Like they're gonna be on top of it so much that you really need like every chase to end near instantly, which again is so hard against people like this, dude. Like they're just so good.
I mean, they didn't have much gem pressure in the last little bit. This is no life coming through, so this is gonna be down. Are we gonna go for hooks? Surely, yeah.
Yep, we do now. Yeah, I mean, there's no way out. Stacks are probably gonna help towards end game, right? I mean, at this point, we're kind of relying on that like end game make something happen, I guess.
Yeah, the thing is, 4 fresh hooks, 8 stages, that is so easy to deny for Team Invictus. Even if you go stage hunting here, like you can give 8 stages, but if one person is not fresh, then that is all for nothing.
Yep. It's so tough, dude. This is such a tough win con to reach at this point. And again, every hook you know is just giving fast track as well. So like, oh man.
Well, I mean, Billy's so explosive. You can make things happen. Kind of interesting because I don't see any anti-slug at all on Team Invictus.
Yeah, I don't think they even have plot twist this time around, right?
Yeah.
What an interesting set to not run into that. Like, huh. I guess they're maybe just not like really not concerned about it at all. I don't know. Back on Spitz.
All right, just playing the TL wall.
Yep, playing this LT wall pretty well. The unhook came in across the map, and I mean, he's just gonna force lock now. What? We're about DS. Oh, it is DS. Oh, and he pulled. Oh,
was it last second?
It was like close. It looked like it had maybe like 5 or 10 seconds left. I think it was. I only saw it for a second, but it looked like it was close to running out.
Great
So,
check through the wall there from Spitz. Interesting.
That's one thing I think is so impressive from the good players is like all the little like cracks and holes in any wall that they use for check spots is so interesting. It's so resourceful.
Oh, that's actually a good setup here with the edge map palette and that one combining quite well.
Yup, this palette is still here as well, but I don't think he makes it. Oh, the Dead Hard, nice. Okay. Yeah, Dead Hard's so strong against Billy as well. Everybody can just stay injured, have Dead Hard, and then it's basically like they have two up stages or 2 out stages even if they don't. And yeah, I mean, it's slowly slipping away from Sinners. Pedro sent it, and we Jason didn't realize he has so much distance now. Makes it the whole way to Shaq. Oh, it's slipping away. It's slipping away. I think Invictus is starting to run away with it.
Yeah.
Look at this gen, so high progress here.
Honestly, this does feel a little bit more normal, I guess. I think Daniel had a really good game on the last one.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, like I think Dan was just dominating last game. This feels more like I don't really think we Jason's doing bad. I think it's just that this is how most Billy games go, you know? Ooh, Rocket.
Like there was a chance to get that chainsaw, but it's so hard to predict the movement. This is like the problem of Billy, right? Against like really good players. Like even if you like move well enough to give you a chance on the chainsaw, they can still go wide, they can still tuck corners, and if they do, you're getting nothing for it.
Yup. It's so tough, dude. It's like such high risk, like 50s, and yeah, I mean, kind of like we said, every little bit of time bot, especially these builds, just costs you so much, dude. And again, like we're getting down Spitz again. I mean, this is good for stacks of Remember Me, I guess, right? And I mean, we still have Rancor, we still have these endgame perks, I guess, but like,
do you actually want to hook that?
Yeah, like you have to know that we're close to endgame, right? Look, everyone's literally just sitting in their position, sitting on the gen, sitting on the gates.
I'm so surprised we're actually hooking that.
Same. Yeah, I feel like I feel like that definitely seemed like a slug option there. Because yeah, now Vince is just in such a good spot. They can literally just wait out this.
Ooh.
Remember me?
Actually, he predicts the rotate though for the unhook on Rocket here with a fresh hook, and this is Nord, which means a little bit more speed coming in. What? Wait,
He had to inspect the locker
Oh.
before he jumped in.
can you actually see that on Spectre? Right now, there's a bug in DBD where, like, if you hop into a locker, it takes a little bit of time, and you
Oh,
can be hit
yeah.
way later. I think the spectator might be able to actually see what happens.
Is that the same reason why when you hop in a locker you can't hop out
Yeah,
for like an
yeah,
entire?
yeah.
God, it's so annoying. I mean, if you're going against like artists or something, I hate it.
Okay, I mean,
still-
Spitz is still in that hook. Remember me stacking. It's not over at all. And wow, okay. Pedro on chase here. If he dies fast,
He's worried about the unhook. Oh,
Are they
he's worried
gonna?
about the unhook. I don't think they're even going for it. No, right? So I think Kexo picked up Spitz or I mean Rocket. I mean,
yeah. But like,
so Spitz
still,
dies.
you need
And-
so much more. And Pedro's gonna be in chase on that pallet. Is this chainsaw gonna land?
Oh no! I think that needed to land. I think that absolutely. Like I think if you get this down fast and you get back to defend the gate with no end, I think maybe you're still in it. I think that down not landing and Pedro just able to like again. This is just buying like what 10 seconds, but this I think this 10 seconds is
How fast
massive.
the other gate? That's the question because it's definitely
Yeah.
being opened by Kexo. And it's not even that far though. Okay,
Remember
Rocket
me
is
doing
chilling in the
work.
middle. This is not over at all. If the rotation is found here, which is Rocket was very aware of the possibility and he's literally just chilling in the basement. Like, are we faking this and going back? Did Rocket rotate already? That's the question. It's all about whether Rocket gets found. He is not pre-sending the rotation. He's playing it safe, letting Pedro recover. That's a very smart play.
Yup. And Jason is he's stuck in such a tough spot here. He's actually gonna
Okay.
pick.
I mean, you have to realize, we talked about this earlier, if we get to an 8-stage scenario and one of them is fresh, that is simply not enough here.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of a good game sense play though. Like I think he probably realized that he maybe wasn't in position on the gate or like was probably scared to be in position on the gate. So he just takes the hook. This puts a little bit more pressure on them to actually go in and save. And he does find Kexo now and gets the M1 down on Noed. This is still alive.
True,
Oh my
true,
God.
true. The endgame build is kicking right now, and we're going straight back.
Whoever gets found here has to stay alive for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a chunk of time, like a good like 20 or 30 seconds. Like if they die like within like 10 seconds here, this is gonna be problem. And it does.
Oh! Do we take that
Uh-oh.
hook?
It looks like we do. That's interesting.
But I think Pedro might be on time to get the pick on Kexo, which he absolutely needs to get. If Kexo goes on this hook, then it's pretty much game over.
Yeah. He's like barely gonna get there though. He has to go the whole way across the map. This is where these big maps are so good for the mobility killers because you can literally rotate faster than the survivors. Like it took Pedro the entire time to get to him.
Yeah. It is all on Kexo now, and I don't even think he has the pallet. He only has the one on the 4%.
Ooh.
Is kicking.
He has no pallet there either. Yeah, he's gonna go down.
Down
And yeah,
route.
he could just put him on hook and camp him, right? Like put him on hook and hold a chainsaw. I guess
I
Pedro
think-
can trade.
I think we heavily underestimated the build here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
You know
that's
what?
Actually, you're actually so right because Pedro could trade. This is why these people play killer and not us. Or me
Yeah,
at least. You read it. I didn't. That's really smart.
I wouldn't have got it in the moment. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Pedro's gonna die, and Rocket has to try to go back and pressure the gate somehow. I don't even. Yeah, I mean, what do you do? It's just a lose-lose play here. Wow, Sinners staying alive in this. Assuming
Damn.
we find Kexo. I'm not gonna ahead of myself just in case something crazy happens. Because the gate is open now. In theory, if you can. Okay, I think he found him, right? I think he heard him. Because all he has to do is just pick up Kexo and kill him now. Okay, yeah, no, I think he knows Rocket's here. Is he gonna force him out? Maybe. I mean, I think he's just worried about anything, right? He's worried about Sab. I mean, we saw him have Sab on his build earlier. I think he's just like, what could possibly lose me this, right? So he's not picking right away, but he's gonna pick now. And yeah, and then at this point, he can put him on hook and then just rev his chainsaw in front of the hook, and there's nothing that can be done, right? Like Rocket can't even trade at this point. Wait, he
Wait, what?
drops him.
Wait.
What? What?
Wait.
What? Huh?
Hello?
Wait.
Oh my god, he's gonna get first out and Hikimori though. Wait, what is this watch? Did he not have a hook?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know why he.
Wait, he should never leave, no?
Yeah, I
should
mean,
never leave.
yeah.
Wait, where's he?
He
Where's Mori?
definitely should have stayed in the map for sure. Like he absolutely should have stayed in the map and tried to buy time. Yeah. I'm not.
I don't
I
understand
mean,
what
the
just happened,
hatch.
I'll be honest.
They hoping for a random hatch or something? I don't. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, he gets the kill though, so it is still a win for Sinners. But that was odd. I don't know why he didn't hook. Like I think he made that hook. I mean, he dropped him so close to the hook that if he didn't make the hook, he would have been like if his wiggle was high enough they didn't make the hook, then he would have just gotten out with him dropping anyway. So yeah, I don't know what he was. Delhi? Maybe he was concerned about Delhi. I guess. Right? Yeah, it had to be Delhi that he was worried about. Because yeah, I guess because it was fresh hook and maybe he didn't know if Delhi was in play. Because I guess in theory, if he Delis and then they both get out, I think it was a tie. No, that still would have been a win. Never mind, that still would have been a win. I don't know what he was worried about. I don't know. I actually don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he just wasn't sure on the math of it. I don't know. Either way, crazy good set from Sinners there to keep us alive. I'm actually really happy they won that. I don't like to root for either team in particular typically, but like I do root for it going for as many games as possible. You know what I mean?
I feel like I was almost a bit diff, no? Like a little bit, because like the builds, I mean, Jason, he started off getting into long chases. 3 gens got done very early. He almost looked desperate going for slugging plays, and then he still got there towards the end. That was kind of crazy. I mean, he played that so well towards the end, right? He played it as optimal as he could. He went for the right rotations, and yeah, that was just impressive.
Yeah, it is interesting though, because like objectively, if you ignore that last like 3 minutes from Jason where he made a lot of really good choices. If you look objectively at like which Billy looked like they just played better like Dan realistically won chases like way more often and like was just dominating the game. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe like Jason is actually the hyper genius here on these builds, because yeah, like it again at the end, like to give Jason credit, at the end he did play phenomenal. Like the last like 3 or 4 minutes was like masterclass like killer play. Like, that was phenomenal. But up until that point, I definitely feel like Dan felt like he was dominating way more as Billy, but it just didn't matter because again, like that build on top of the way that Jason played around it just made that so hard to do anything against. Maybe those endgame builds are actually, I don't know, man. I guess we gotta start preparing for everybody to make Twitter posts about endgame build killers and blaming you.
Oh, not again, not again.
Yep, here it comes. Everyone's running the same endgame build. I wonder whose fault this is. Incoming. I can't wait for that. I mean, okay, another interesting thing. I think so far we've seen endgame builds on like 3 killer, or no, actually he didn't run it on Krasu. Okay, yeah, wait. Jason's strange because he didn't run it on Krasu, but he ran it on Blight and Billy. But yeah, we've been seeing it on a lot. We've just seen a lot of endgame builds in general, and then also Singu, right? So
I wonder. I mean, I think the only reason he didn't run endgame is because he didn't feel confident on the WinCon. Because 4K0 with endgame is like, that is so hard. I mean, like you can get stages, right? Like you can definitely get like a lot more stages. In this case, like how many did he get in endgame? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
There are so many stages he got towards the end of the match, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that like full stacks of Remember Me, and then also the Obsession being dead is brutal, bro. Especially with such a high mobility killer like that with no head up, like that's so rough, bro. It's so hard to actually do anything there. Yeah, he can just like zip around.
I mean, he made it look easy, but he read the rotation so incredibly well. Like he interrupted the gate, then he instantly read the rotation from Rocket towards the unhook, like went to the TL wall, which he had no tell for. He had no hour pucks at all. That was just pure game sense. And yeah, it was all impressive all around.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, Jason always impresses me on Killer. He's so good, dude. And we're going into Groaning Storehouse now. We're going to have Jason on Killer again, I would assume. So this is interesting. I feel like a bit of a momentum swing now, right? Like, I mean, I'm assuming confidence. I'm assuming like everything mentally here is probably swinging a little bit in favor of Sinners. Although Invictus is definitely the kind of team that I don't think is going to like crack in that regard, right? Like, I feel like they probably don't get affected by negative momentum that much. But still, Groaning Storehouse, interesting map. We still have Dracula and Kaneki open for both teams, which is interesting.
Okay, I'm going to go out of a limb. I think we're going to see those 2 killers for both. I think there's no way they don't slot in those killers in the best of 7 format as we are playing right now. Like, I mean, you could go for cheese, you could maybe pull a twins, but I don't see a world where this happens. Like, them ones are too hard to get. Yeah, I would honestly, if it was me, I would have Kaneki here for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think like because again we talked about this before. Like you kind of needed to bust out some cheese because of the best of 7, but I feel like we've seen it. I mean, we saw Dredge Midwich, we saw Singularity on Dead Dog, we saw Crassu on both sides, right? Like I feel like we've seen the weird picks now. We've also seen a Henry as well for Invictus. Like we've seen some of like the kind of off the wall picks. Yeah, both Kaneki and Henry or sorry, not Henry. Both Kaneki and Dracula are both just incredibly consistently powerful killers. That yeah, I don't think there's any world where you don't play those in a best of 7 like this, right? Like it would be wild to like lose a tournament and be like, oh, we just never used one of these 2 killers, you know?
To not be devil advocate here, but the Kanekis did get hard rolled in the study. Like there were not many Kanekis who actually could handle the pressure, because Kaneki is a killer that kind of gets going a little bit. You want to get this injuries, gets a few pallets off the way, then maybe get you down. And in almost any scenario, by the time we were by that stage, there was like 1 or 2 gens left, and then the Kanekis got left with like 3 or 4 hooks. So, I mean, obviously being the one that is absolutely the outstanding Kaneki player that made it work, so he's definitely gonna bring it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the one Kaneki we did see perform well here was Nightlight, to be fair, because yeah, we talked about this before, but Nightlight, I think Kaneki in general is a killer that just requires incredible consistency, right? It's like I feel like a lot of people maybe don't like recognize it in the moment, but it reminds you of like Billy, where like again, it's like if you play Billy and you're sending a bunch of saws that make no sense, then yeah, I mean you're just gonna waste a bunch of time, you're not gonna get anything. But if you're like really cold and calculated with all of your dashes and like you're using it only in times where it actually gets you value, I think that killer can be absolutely absurd. It's just really hard to know how to use it like that and know like when to use it like that. And again, Nightlight, I think, is a killer that's very, very capable of that. We've seen it a bunch of times before. I fully expect to see it out of him. I guess the bigger question is do we see it out of Sinners though? I guess I just don't know what else it would be. Is really what it boils down to at this point. You know, like even if you're not like super confident, which don't get me wrong, I mean, I think Jason is probably a confident player, but like.
Dude. You know, one thing I'm a little bit sad about, okay, we're not going to see it anymore, but nobody brought undetectable Eerie Headhunters. That I find a little bit crazy, because this is something that can definitely explode hardcore. Obviously not on Groaning Storehouse. The map is too big, and we're about to see, and yeah, no surprise here. We do see the ghoul on Jason. He spawned in the middle.
Big surprise on the build. I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed in a million years.
All right.
That Jason is running the same endgame build again.
Actually, okay, he's kind of like looking where the survivor spawned, using both dashes. And he sees someone by the main building, but survivors rarely spawn alone, and he finds Pedro on the tower.
Yup. Pedro wins that vault. Gets the bite. Okay. This is the obsession too, so we're gonna start building up Remember Me, and obviously we're gonna try to get stacks in a way out as well. I feel like it seems to me like Jason just really likes this endgame build on killers that have high mobility, which does kind of make sense, right? Like I feel like when you have a bunch of stacks to Remember Me, ooh, big 50 win there to get this to get this early hook on the Pedro. I do think this has been paying off though. I feel like when you have really good game sense like Jason, and you have all these late game perks with a highly mobile killer, it does kind of make it hard. Like I think Billy's mobility was a big reason why that last end game build works. So I feel like I get what he's going for here. Like I get what he's going for, and it's worked out so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, three gens being done, the survivors being very efficient. Did we have luck build on the survivor side? I'm not sure we do.
Yeah, I don't think they've been running it since. I'm telling you, I think since they missed that one Kobe, I think they took it off.
You think they got burned? They were like, hell no, we're not gonna lose to that.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Invictus strikes me as the type that plays like they don't strike me as the type that want to like gamble if they feel like they can just not gamble and win. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're confident that they can just play legit and not have to rely on gambling and win. Like, to just be consistent. So, and like, look at this, like 3 gens done. Doing amazing thus far. Jason seems a little torn right now. Like, he knows where 2 people are. Trying to decide who he wants to commit to. Gets that bite on the spits.
Yeah, we saw the rotate come through, but do you even get the Sunhawk in time? This might be a trade here.
Oh, no, he's in there.
Oh,
no, he interrupts it. It is a trade. Oh my god, I can't believe that still interrupted it. And he might just stay on Pedro here.
There is not in Delhi, no? I don't think they're at Delhi. If I saw those sparks correctly, I think it was one of the shoulder players.
Yeah, I mean, we see Delhi on Pedro. Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't even shoulder either. It was just
For
FTP.
the people.
Yeah, FTP is interesting to see, huh?
That's like the first time I think we've seen that puck in this tournament.
Yeah, right. And especially considering it's, I mean, again, obviously they don't know exactly what the color is going to be, but I feel like all logic seems to say it's probably going to be Kaneki. Interesting that they ran it against Kaneki as well, of all killers. But I mean, hey, I don't know. We'll see what they're cooking. I don't know. I mean, Dan does get hooked basement. They're going to have to unhook him.
Yeah.
But gen progress is good right now. I mean, we've not seen Kexo in a while too. He might have a gen close to being done as well because we've not seen him at all. Actually, he's going for pool.
It looks like we are chasing Pedro again. I mean, Jason does have to be scared of DS here, right? Surely.
Yeah, yeah.
Also
being,
but it's
being obsession too. Yeah. Heading into main where the unhook happened.
Oh, I think it was a fair body block, no?
Yeah, I think he could have body blocked that, but he like didn't send it.
Now the
body gets away with it with live. Yeah, wow, that was looking like sure death for the survivors, but they somehow managed to get out of that. That was a little bit of a, I think it was a little bit of a fumble from Jason, but also incredibly good from Invictus.
Spitz wins those 50s. That's what he does.
Yup, and now we're in such a tough spot, bro. There's one gen left. We only have 2 fresh hooks, only 2 stacks of Remember Me. I think was hoping to cancel that and not. Yeah, I don't think you actually wanted to bite there.
That's the tech where you cancel the entire cooldown if you don't get the bite in time.
Hit us with a Russian breed drop here from Spitz. I think they know at this point that they just need to buy time. Yeah. Just a little bit of time. Oh! Okay, Spitz doing a little bit too many Spitz things, I think. I think he's going he went a little too far, Spitz. And that's going to be third hook. It's going to be another stack on the way out. But again, still only 2 of Remember Me is still quite good for the survivors, I'd say.
All right. I mean, honestly, there's not like everyone injured. No reset pucks. Obviously, he does have a hook right in the middle of those gens. I don't hate Jason's position here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
looks like Dan also kind of getting off guard here, but he does get the power drop. Oh, the gens are done already. Oh,
and there's a gen pop, yeah. I do feel like this is where, like, if you had, like, perfect dashes and got the downs, this could snowball, right? But it's just so hard to do, dude. It's so hard to play this killer that perfectly on top of, like, against survivors this good. You know what I mean? It's just so difficult. Finds the obsession, though. Finds Pedro, and oh my God, doesn't get that. Pedro really needs to delay his death here as much as he can. They have to take hits for him, right?
Yeah,
like they have to die for him.
They don't die for him. Why?
Wow.
They do not die. And like, wait,
that's
what?
So interesting. Yeah, with Rancor?
Wait, Dan, for the people, for the obsession. The obsession switched. This is why they have for the people. No way.
Oh, that's so smart. And they got rid of no end right as that hit came in. Oh my God. Yeah, it makes so much sense now. Bro.
Damn, they're smarter than us, Tofu.
Yeah, like actually, yeah. I think Invictus definitely showing why they consider to be the #1 team. That's so smart. Yeah, I literally was sitting there wondering for so long why, but yeah, that makes so much sense. I think it's the only perk on the survivor side where you can control obsession, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I mean, this is a lot of pressure though. Like we have stages on the board here. I mean, it's only 4, right? Like if you hook both and they would be able to leave, that would be 7 stages, which is like,
yeah.
I guess it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah. Because, I mean, at this point, Dan could probably do there's a gate miles away that Dan could do. And he's obsession, so he'll do it faster, and that's what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah, Dan is on it. He outplays Remember Me by being the obsession. And Kexo seemingly in the middle, looking for the water. Wait, he has been spotted. Did he?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no, I think he's just pre-leaving to go to the gate. I think they're just accepting the 7 stages. I think he was thinking about going for pool, and I think the call probably got made.
He's not enraged. I don't think he makes it.
Yeah, if he was raged, maybe. I think without rage, I don't think there's any world where he makes that. Well, no, there's no world. Or, no, he could heal tech him, though.
Oh.
He doesn't even need to. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, I mean, and then that puts us in a spot where we're like, okay, well, now is this, like, what kind of a result is this now? I don't know. Like, I guess according to how a lot of the Kaneki games have been going prior in this tournament, this feels like an above average result, I guess.
True.
But,
I mean, Groning is a map that is pretty hard to hold for Killer, in my opinion. Like, the gens are pre-split. There are pockets that make it extra hard because the survivors can go there and die, and then there's no gens around, which I think we Jason had a pretty decent game. Nightlight, obviously, he's shown that he can control the Kaneki in an exceptional way. So maybe he can make something happen here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like this definitely feels above average for Sinners. I think going into the Shriver round, but again, we've said this we've said this a lot. I think Nightlight very known for his Kaneki play. I feel like you could maybe call him the best Kaneki in the world, right? He's got to be up there if he's not number one. So yeah, this is definitely still a rough matchup. Where I feel like if you're Invictus, I definitely don't feel like you're in a bad spot. But I feel like you can't really feel that way as Sinners either, you know? Like, I don't know. It's such an interesting matchup. I'm curious to see what build we see. Because, again, Jason has been making these late game builds look pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, he's been getting a lot of value out of it. I think the FTP read was sick, though. Like, I think they're like, oh, yeah, he's been running the same thing every time. Like, that was such a smart play to put that on. And I guess we'll see now what we see out of Nightlight. Again, I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be Kaneki. Obviously, there's a chance it could be Dracula or something, but like, I feel like I'm like almost 99% sure this is gonna be Kaneki. And I don't know, man. I mean, what do we see here? Like totems? Do we see standard build? I'm trying to think of what we saw from Nightlight earlier. Like, we did see some. Like, we saw like endgame singularity. I don't know. I mean, it might just be endgame again. Maybe that's just the meta now. I don't know.
Did we arrive at that conclusion here at the end of the tournament? Is it actually like, okay, so nobody right now is bringing luck, I think. Luck has been figured out is not the best because sometimes you get unlucky. And everyone is killing end game on killer. I mean, interesting resolution.
Yeah, I feel like we're coming to like we're kind of coming to a head here because it's funny because earlier on we didn't see that much end game other than like the Krasu pick, and I remember the first time we saw that Krasu pick from Bullatar, we were like, oh my god, Bullatar's cooking, like what's he even doing here? This is crazy, and it worked out pretty well. And then slowly from that point, we've just been seeing more and more and more end game, and and kind of like you said, like no more luck on the survivors. Yeah, it feels like we're kind of like really honing in on this exact play style now, and I think it's very, very interesting.
What a cool tournament in that regard, right?
Yeah,
like, this is so fresh, and like everything has to be figured out. Day one, I think we saw so many totems, right, from the killer side. But like now we kind of like know Ruinous is not fast enough. Like you will not get the pressure. They're probably just gonna bash through it, and yeah, you don't develop enough pressure to make Ruin worthwhile. So going all the way.
Yeah, like I feel like we've like literally just watched everything get trial and error live throughout throughout the whole tournament. It's so interesting to see. Like people are trying different things. There's still some stuff that I am a little surprised we haven't seen, right? Like sabotage. Like we have not seen anything like that. Anything with like background player or anything like any kind of weird thing that you could possibly happen with that. Like I know Palisades right now are probably a little too risky to go for, especially in a set like this where people are playing on ping. I think it's even more risky, but I'm a little surprised that we didn't see like some stuff like that throughout the tournament from start to finish. That's the kind of thing where I feel like okay, not that I'm saying this tournament should happen again anytime soon, but if it did, I feel like that maybe would be the only way it would get further pushed from where we are now, is if people wanted to go that direction. But even that feels incredibly risky. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like we kind of landed on the play style that I think the players have decided is pretty much the most accurate. And it's kind of interesting too because the killers are still getting okay results. They're just kind of getting them in weird ways. You know what I mean? It's like doing what you can, and then you get the late game, and then you kind of explode with all your late game pressure, and then you pull out like a decently like middle result. You know?
Yeah, true. It's like we didn't see blowouts today, right? We didn't really see, like, everyone got like 6 status, like 2K. There was like almost very few 4Ks. And yeah, I think Sinners always brought the same builds when they suspected a Kaneki. Overcome made for this. We Sergeant's fast track. Let's see if we see 4x of that again.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be this time, right? Like, there's no way. Yeah, we see made for this. Yep.
Oh,
made for this on,
we do see some adjustments. We have no overcome. Okay.
Yeah, which is interesting.
What?
Oh my God.
Yo!
Yo! He's aura farming. He's aura farming. He's aura farming.
What?
He's aura farming. What is happening? Is he able to play, or like is he bugged?
No, I think it's probably Spectator. I'm pretty sure. We just found the new spec bug. Wait, is someone AFK here? Did Bucky not load in?
Oh yeah, it seems like maybe Bucky didn't load in. I'm not sure. And what is this? What is happening? Okay, all right. It's a restart. I don't know what just happened.
Bro.
What
What
the-
the fuck happened?
That was the most.
Wait. Oh my god,
That
I
was
just got a
the most
screenshot.
cursed game.
Dude, Nightlight was in third person. Third person killer was unlocked. Maybe a teaser for a new game mode, maybe?
Oh, true. Yo, that's what it's actually tactical from behavior. That's right. They're actually leaking new game modes on
Oh my god.
on your tournament. That's what's going on here. Confirmed.
Yeah.
That's right. Someone,
What?
I'm sure Paul or someone's gonna put on tinfoil hat for this, right? 100%.
Did Nightlight
I'm
send us a screenshot of a dismembered Kaneki? Where like the top, like this looks so weird. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go again. This is Dead by Daylight in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's funny. To be honest, I mean, actually, to be fair, we've been pretty bug free, so it is pretty natural that we would get at least something before the night is over. But yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Oh,
He was
didn't-
just stuck in permanent yelling the whole time.
Didn't Bucky also DC against the nurse on the game? Hopefully Zinda is fine.
Oh
Hopefully
yeah, oh
Zinda's
yeah,
fine.
true. That was Bucky, wasn't it? You're right. Yeah. He might be having some shaky internet problems, man. I hate, dude. That's so depressing whenever you get in the
Yeah.
spot where your internet is shaky and like your ISP just won't fix it. It's such a tough spot to be in. I'm hoping he's not in that kind of a spot that's affecting him. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's a good thing that they bugged out because it feels like Bucky might have lagged out there too. So
We would have
maybe
reset
they're-
anyway. If it's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
early, it's like definitely the most fair thing to reset. But like
Yeah,
obviously we never want like such things to influence the decision either way, like someone's builds get spoiled or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's never ideal, but nothing you can do about it. We just try to make the best out of it. And everyone can switch builds because it's a no fault restart, because it's a bug that nobody has influence in. So they can remake the build, they can bring the same builds, whatever they like, and we're about to load back in.
Yep. I do feel like it's interesting because I feel like as killer, I highly doubt you probably changed the build. I feel like Nightlight probably has a
Yeah.
plan. He's gonna stick to it no matter
To
what.
be honest, what everyone always does is like on Survivor, they're like, okay, we're gonna swap the items around. So they think we swap builds, but we really didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, in this
Yeah.
case, everyone is 2 boxes. I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah, almost
Yeah.
nobody.
I mean, it becomes a mind game in and of itself because it's like, well, you don't know if they swapped on the builds. Like they might still have the same one on. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. You could go either way, and either way it doesn't really matter too much, right? So
Well,
Yeah,
kind of interesting. At the end, Sin is dropping the overcomes for lives. I mean, lives, like, it's one of the exhaustion parks that we never seen played in this tournament. Like a lot of dead hearts, a lot of overcomes, some sprint bursts, and yeah, second time in the finals we see some lives being used. Oh, that's a very nice moment.
I am honestly a big fan of that over overcome personally. So I'm happy to see it, but I'm curious to see how it actually works out for him. Nightlight getting his rage right away. And again, we do see like this kind of hybrid between end game and not end game. We have like Pain Res DMS, and then also we still have No Way Out. So a bit of like a little bit of both here. Ooh, a slow ball for me, Jason. Oh, he actually misses
does
the
he
bite.
get the tag?
Oh, it does. Oh, it doesn't actually get the bite though. Just gets the range refresh and then an M1.
Actually, this is pretty good because now he recovers his cooldown a little bit faster. And are we going to see a cutoff on the eye loop? He attempts it, but it didn't work.
Yeah, Jason doubled back. He was aware. Not having the actual full mark on him does hurt certain things like pomp seals and stuff too that you can't do. So it is a little bit better for Jason to be not bitten than bitten. Oh, gets away with that green too. Jason having such a good chase here.
Oh, he wins those 50s on ping. Let's not forget.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my! What is this
What?
passing? What are you? What the? Okay, he's pretty much cooked now, but that was still an insane amount of time bot. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so good.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, we do have Pain Rest DMS, but at least I would suspect, does that gen finish for Federnit? He's definitely going to get some Pain Rest value, yeah?
Yeah. It looks like he's eating it intentionally, even.
And Bucky's
like-
probably also on a gen. Look at this. Yeah, we are going to,
Oh, yeah,
we are
yeah.
about to go to 2 gens left here. And I don't think DMS is going to get any value either on any of those high post gens.
That's gonna be a rage refresh, but not a damage. And yep, 3rd gen done. Really good pacing from Sinners here, considering their win con. Oh, and Gustavo makes that as well. And he's got to go back. Sinners looks really good right now.
Yep. Clean plays.
I know it comes in on the Wee Jason. His build, dude. Wee Jason's got the fucking solo Q. He's got breakout Sabo. He's trying to make Sabo work, which I respect.
Well,
But
he's
got-
actually saboing. That's crazy.
Yeah, he has Sabo and breakout on, so he's got at least 2 perks committed to it. Should better make that window pretty cleanly. Bucky not really in a whole lot of danger.
Yeah, Nightlight trying to vault over. I think he's feeling the pressure. If I was
Yeah.
Nightlight, I would definitely feel the pressure. One,
He doesn't have rage right now.
yeah, and DMS on the gen in the middle. But of course, he does have a lot of the gens around the main building here, which could give him an edge.
Yeah, pretty much every gen. Yeah, it's like a little like diamond, like triangle around main building here that he can try to hold, like almost like a straight line right there. That's like an artist's dream. But like the problem is with all these perks is like how realistically can you hold these, right? Does not find anyone on this gen. He's gonna go look for the reset, I think. Finds Bucky. I think it seems like he's just trying to bait them back onto the gen so he can come find them out of position, right? Like, I mean, I'm assuming that the play here from the survivors is they're positioning in a way where if Nightlight commits to somebody across the map, they can get on the gens quickly. So I think he's trying to like bait that by pretending to commit and then coming back. And he does find Wee Jason again. This is probably like the best target for Sinners though, right? I mean, this doesn't give him any more stacks of No Way Out. Ooh, gets the cancel. Oh!
He's vaulting thin air. That's crazy. All right.
Yep. But we're endgame. Oh my god. I mean, clean slingshot. I think Fendit will be going down. There's should still be dying now, yeah. But this will reveal Noed. Did they proc No Way Out yet or not? I'm not sure. Probably.
Yeah, surely. Yep. Noah is blocked. Only 1 stack here, so 24 seconds. And the Noed.
We need 8 stages, bro.
Yeah.
How do we get there from here?
This is performance luck territory, I think. But like, can you get that against a team like Sinners? Like, they shouldn't be allowing this. He's going to the corner, Bucky. If you waste a tiny bit of time here, that should already be enough for someone to get picked.
Oh, yeah, but he wins that 50. Loses that one and does go down.
All right, I'm honestly rooting to go for the tiebreaker, I'll be honest.
Same. I always want to go every set. Like I don't like to root for either team, but I do want to root for game 7. That's for sure.
I see Sinners is showing great form this tournament. Great form.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing so well here.
Like
Gustavo does go down. This is still a little scary.
I kind of love the theory crafting Sinners did. Like they adjusted their builds and they did a lot of swapping. I mean, at the beginning they kind of ran the same 4 pucks, but nobody else ran what Sinners ran. So there were definitely some trial and error behind that. And like they adjusted. Now we even have Sabos in the build. I guess it didn't come in. I wonder if that's something that would have came in if it would have gotten closer to the win con to deny a hook on like a fresh hook, for example.
Yeah, and also to be fair, Wee Jason was first chase, right? So like if he wasn't first chase, then maybe we could have saw something there too. We did see Sabo. I don't know if he had breakout last time, but we saw Sabo at least just that perk maybe last game as well. So it's clear that he wants to cook something with that. It's just very difficult to. He's gonna go down again. They got a gate almost fully open. I couldn't tell which one it was though. This is getting a little scary because they pick up, but Gustavo's right here. So like, if he gets dashed on, he needs to stay alive. Okay, Nightlight was a little bit worried about the gate. It must have been the other gate over at like 1 that had all that progress. So Gustavo's heading that way. Does he have a pally here? He does. Okay. Where's Fendit? Is Fendit in position for this? Oh, he's not.
No way.
Oh, they're so out of position.
Wait.
Oh no.
It's happening. I mean, we do have the main building here,
but
and
it's
people are recovering
with dashes.
Yeah, you're right.
He has live still. He's got to
Wait,
pick
it's
up
made for
live.
this. It's made for this. No, he doesn't get the pick.
Oh, he doesn't
it's
get it.
Over.
It's over. There's no anti-slug.
Wow. All right, cool. We talked so much, and at the end, Nightlight actually got the 4K. That is crazy.
What?
Is there any way they could do anything? Like, no. There's no way, right?
Kobe? Like a luck offering, maybe? Did they burn the luck offering? I think there was 1 salty lips, as far as I'm aware.
All right, he's definitely looking at that knock right now. Like, there has to be, right? Surely. Yeah, he's attempting. Oh my god. Is he gonna get the knock? No. Wait, he doesn't have the prompt.
Yeah, I mean, they only burnt one Cellular, so I think the person that burnt it can Kobe, but I don't know who it was. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, I think.
No, I think
I'm
it's
not
the
sure
entire
because.
team. I'm pretty
Oh, is it
sure.
for the entire team? Oh, I
No,
don't
they're
know.
four. No. I think they have four. Am I seeing this right? I think they have four Oak offerings. They do not have Ati. They do not have luck offerings.
Oh, well, rip. I don't know.
Do they have one?
That's crazy.
One
Luck
offering.
offering is.
Why
what
are we
is-
not
is-
attempting?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what are we waiting for? Because like realistically speaking, I mean, couldn't Nightlight in theory just bleed them out anyway? Like I don't think he even has to hook anyone to be honest with you, and he might just do that to the rest of them. Like I don't think there's any way that they get out of this.
Why are we not attempting? Is he going to attempt once? No.
Odd.
I don't see the. I didn't even see the prompt though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
not
not
sure.
see a
Like,
prompt.
dude, I see it, but then it's like, is that a spectator bug or is that intentional? We're playing the great, mystery of Dead by Daylight of whether that's an intentional visual
Yeah.
or not. Who knows?
We'll never know. No way. We see it at the end of the day. I guess. Okay, we didn't see any slugging the entire tournament. But on
This
the
is-
last game, I guess it
this
did
is-
make
this-
the difference.
Yeah, this is kind of poetic because we've been saying this literally since day one that like nobody was running like anti-slug, right? Like we were talking about like there was a few plot twists here and there, but that was really it. And we talked about especially like the Nurse Midwich sets. We were like, I mean, this feels like prime territory for slugging, and no
Yeah.
one did it. And
Yeah.
we've been talking about it since day one, and no one's done it. And yeah, this is kind of poetic that the very last game of the tournament, Nightlight wins it with a 4-man slug. Wow. Sinners
Damn.
was doing so well too. I can't believe how much that fell apart at the end.
Only one
Wow,
stack
man.
of Noah out going into that late game, and actually
Yeah.
just like, bro, they must be beating themselves up.
Yeah.
Sinners
oh,
must
yeah.
be. Oh my god.
That's got to be a tilter for sure. That's got to be so tilting. Yeah, because they were doing so well. Like they basically were in a position to force Game 7. Lots of momentum in their favor, right? Like beating Nightlight's Kaneki would have been such a big like morale booster, right? To go to the finals. Like they were honestly in a pretty good spot here to maybe win the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, kudos to Nightlight. I mean, he basically took the only path to win condition that he had and managed to pull it out. I do feel like seemed like it was mostly on the bit of fumbling positioning. Like I think Gustavo ran towards that side and then Fendit was on that side, so it must have been a bit of a miscom from them because they kind of ran into the chase. But yeah, man, what a way for this to end after so many games and such good play from both sides.
Yeah, and the lawless trial concludes with 3 bleedouts. I mean, that's kind of fitting. And no loss.
Right, yeah. Like considering that this tournament's basically like meant to be like, hey, what if you just took like pub games but made a comp? You know what I mean? I feel like this is the survivor experience in a lot of games, right? I mean, how many survivors can relate to this? You know what I mean? I think the one difference here is that we don't see the killer WSing the bodies on the ground. You know, that's it. I think we really have to experience that. So close, but not quite.
Damn. All right, with that, Invictus takes the tournament win. It was an immense tournament. I would love to repeat this in a year, I'll be honest. That was one of the most fun tournaments I've ever had the honor of spectating and obviously like organizing. Thanks so much, Tofu, by the way, for being here with me
Thank you
all
for
this
having me, man.
time. Yeah, I hope you also had a little fun.
Yeah, I agree. I think this was the most fun tournament I've like watched in a long time. It was so interesting from like so many different perspectives. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I mean, I'm honored to be the one that co-casted with you the whole way through. So I appreciate you having me here, man. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to be with you. And thanks also to obviously the players for showing up, being good sports and trying their best and like being open to like a different tournament that might not be as fair for them. Some games have been lost because someone didn't unhook. That's just how it goes. This is the lawless trial. And also huge thanks to the staff behind the scenes, Alma for producing and Angel for helping with the refereeing. That is very kind, and everyone else who helped with the scenes, obviously. And yeah, we're going to be back, but that is all for today. Invictus takes the crown, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, that's it. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.